last we left off, we kind of rushed everything to a bit of a close, with getting Laura revived as y'all rushed back to Littleton, fresh off of raiding that bandit hideout. But just to fully go over everything that was in the loot, so already gone over all the golds. There were 2 magic items. So there's the Staff of the Python, which has been decided that goes to Kayleen. It's basically just a staff that turns into a python. And then there's also, and this magic item is available to anyone who calls for it, the Wand of Wonder. If you'd like to know what it does, I can read that to you real quick. Or you can just know that it's a Wand of Wonder and identify it later. Anyone interested?
Sure.
Let's hear what it's about.
Okay, you want to know what it does. That makes sense. Just, I was buying time to look it up. Gotcha. So it requires attunement, and it has a number of charges. While you're holding it, you can use an action to expend a charge, and then roll on a table. So basically, it has a table of random effects of pretty interesting spells and effects that might help you in battle. So, some of them hurt whatever you're targeting, some cause an effect to happen near there. It's kind of a little bit of a random thing, but, point it at a direction, something will happen over there. So, kind of a chaotic thing. Anyone particularly interested?
I don't see myself having much use in that. So it's up to you guys.
Yeah, you also have to be a spellcaster, so it's actually really just between Danny and Abigail.
Not I was not paying attention.
I was like spacing out, I'm sorry.
Cool, yeah. It's basically just a wand that causes random shit to happen. And it could help you. It could be harmless. It could hurt you, who knows? But it causes things to happen wherever you point it at.
Okay.
I don't have the best of luck in general. So I don't think it would go well with me.
So, Abigail, do you want to... Because I will, while you're in... yeah, technically, because your cloak allows it. While you're in wild shape, you could use the Wand of Wonder, which it does cast spells from it. So that could be, a way to do that.
I'm down.
Sorry, can you repeat that? You got a little... what was the first part?
I'm down.
Sure thing, cool. So just add into your inventory Wand of Wonder. It weighs 1 pound, just so you know. And then when you want to use it, just let me know, and then I'll let you know what it does.
Am I like echoey? I can hear myself talking.
Yeah. I do not know why, because just whenever you talk on my thing, it like plays you kind of twice or like robot-y.
Nice. I'll try joining on my phone.
You would.
Coolio. Got you. So we kind of started off, or left off, with a, you coming back into town. So, as you're headed out of Littleton, the group of all of you, having, freshly revived Laura, and, kind of heading off for another bandit camp, because, that young boy asked you to go find his sister, and y'all needed to be motivated beyond, basic morality.
Oh, right. Forgot about that.
Yeah, so as you're headed out of Littleton, and you're riding on your horses, is there anything that you say to each other? Anyone want to strike up a conversation? Or what are you talking about,
What?
I love the dead silence.
Littleton, and you're on your horses, as you're riding, through the early afternoon sun, or you're headed out to another bandit camp, as happened last time. A little kid came up to you, if you need a reminder. A little kid came up to you and said his sister had been taken by the bandits. And then you said that you would go get them, because the boy told you that they have a lot of golds, and y'all are motivated by golds. So,
right.
Yeah. So that happens. But yes. So, sorry, finding something real quick. But
Are you able to hear me now?
yeah, so y'all are headed out. Yes, we can hear you. Y'all are headed out from Littleton, and you're on the road. So is there anything that y'all are talking about specifically, or going to say to each other, or are you just walking in dead silence like the psychopathic bastards you are? By the way, I'm going to throw on some music, so if it's too loud, just adjust the volume like we told you to. Okay? Everyone got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good travel music?
Oh, yeah.
I think I have it down too low.
Music.
I think I have it down
it's
too
just,
low.
just the user volume for rhythm.
For once, I have rhythm too low. Okay. Oh, that is delightful.
The audio fine?
That's delightful.
I found a nice little playlist.
We love that.
Yeah, so this is our little travel music. So as you're riding, through the afternoon sun, a gentle breeze going across the fields, what do you talk about with each other? It's a long ways travel to West Point where you're headed. What fills the hours on the road?
So, Lorax, where did you find Terry?
When I was in my urban bounty hunter days, he was just vibing out there with some people who probably stole him, and I said, "Hey, that's cute." So I just took him, and now he's my friend.
Wait,
just
you had
straight
urban
up took
bounty
him
hunting
from
days?
him?
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like a good time.
Well, yeah. In my defense, he was cute, and he's happier now, so it's fine.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay. That is a conversation. Congratulations, you've just done roleplay.
We had a conversation, yay! We love
that's basically our generation, right? We had a conversation. Let's celebrate.
Yeah.
I just moved my computer closer to Kayleen so you can see her better a little bit. Kayleen, can you say some things to
I was just gonna ask Eltiel. I've never met a dragonborn with scales quite like yours. How are you so shiny?
Honestly, I don't know. Just like luck, I guess. Honestly, I love all the colors though. Like it makes me really happy. Yep.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Exactly. Just got like super lucky, I guess.
Very cool.
I mean, the pastels are the colors are delightful in my opinion. So.
They are.
Gotcha. So as y'all head out of Littleton, of course it's the same thing. You're coming across, through the road, and you see that in the road there is a dead deer that is blocking the path of your horses. And there's a little bridge that is also in the way. So a bridge going over a river, dead deer on the bridge.
Can we have Terry eat the deer?
Can you have Terry eat the deer?
Yeah.
Or the Vogel. Honestly, either of them can take on that.
I have to ask an Eltiel. Well, there is also that one random wolf. You have a selection of carnivores to choose from.
We do have the wolf, yeah.
Lorax and the rest of the party. I mean, Eltiel and Lorax. Would y'all want to have the wolf or the animals eat the thing?
I can't bring it back to life or anything, so I guess.
I guess they could go for a snack.
Okay, yeah. I mean, no real wolf required for that. They kind of go, try to get to it. You see Terry, even little for his size, he pushes away against the body of the deer with the bone and the rib in his mouth, and just kind of, rips it out. Real fun, like. Someone just popped out right back in.
Can you keep the bone to play with?
Yes, you can mark one deer rib in Terry's inventory.
Nice.
He's just cute bone now.
It weighs half a pound. Sure, why not? But yeah.
Oh my gosh, he has a character sheet. I just saw that.
Yeah, I have a character sheet for him so that you can control him in battle.
Did you say it weighed?
It's half a pound, just the rib. Half a pound.
Okay.
Wait, I wonder if that's accurate.
For a rib?
Or a deer.
I don't know if you want to look up deer rib weights, if that's how you want to spend your evening.
It would.
I mean, you know, that's just kind of how. That's kind of how you do. So y'all
It's
make
about 18
camp for the night. You know, pretty easy day to travel. What?
Yeah, it's about 18 pounds.
A deer rib?
The bones make up. Yeah, something like that.
This
oh wait, no,
this one was an extraordinarily
So,
small deer, and it was a small rib.
Small.
That is how it works. Small deer, small ribs. It is small boy.
All right. Well, are the boys done eating? Can we cross the bridge?
Yes, you can cross the bridge.
So, yeah.
And so y'all make camp safely for the night. It is 3 days travel over to West Point, so you do have, you know, a few, you know, nights and days of travel. So y'all head over to, you know, camp. Let's see. Y'all seeing the map? Everything fine?
It just needs a second
For
to
me, for
load
some reason,
in.
it gave me a white map. Yeah, even for me, it's struggling. But yeah, y'all basically make camp for the night. For 2 watches, everyone has to take 1 watch, so you can either choose first or second.
Wait, babe. Jade's character's still showing up on the map.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't remove her from the camp orientate. Is she?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
I don't see her on
I see
mine. Are you? Wait, I see her now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Between me and Lorax. There we go.
Yep.
Sad times.
As y'all
Goodbye.
make camp for the night, yeah, the 5 of you and Terry and the Vogelthop included, each of you must take a watch. So who's on first watch? Who's on second watch?
Oh, I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah.
Wait, so is it gonna be like
Second.
half of us on one watch?
They're in the chat.
What?
Well, basically, it's just going to be you sit with someone for 3 hours to make sure that no one attacks you during the middle of the night, and then you go to sleep for the next 3 hours.
Okay, I'll do first watch.
Okay, so Jagan, you're on first. Anyone else on first watch?
Let's have Todd be on first watch as well. Or not Todd. Here, George. That's what I meant.
Oh, George? Yeah. Okay, so George and Todd first watch, and then our girls and Eltiel.
Yeah.
Wait, is this
Second watch?
Skyrim music?
There is Skyrim music in this playlist, yeah.
I knew it.
We love that.
I mean, dude, it's good music, man. But yeah, so first watch, we have Todd and Furious George staying. Okay, Todd, make a perception check for me, if you will. Real quick.
Yeah, let me just pull my sheet.
Okay. You are hanging out in the fire with George, and you see suddenly he kind of waves his hands around his face and like stands up and like walks around real quickly. And do you say anything to him as he just kind of stands up and freaks out for a second?
George, what are you doing?
He explains to you that a spider just fell on his face, and he was very distressed by it.
I slapped the spider on
yeah.
his face.
You slap the spider in his face, roll an attack. Oh, you got a natural. So you go to slap Furious George. You're aiming for this spider, and you go in to hit him, and right like as you get about to hit, you feel your elbow go, and then suddenly it goes inward a little bit, and you completely miss, and you kind of twist your arm a little, and it hurts like a bitch. That is the story of how you were bested by a spider.
Can I hunt
That
down the
spider
spider?
really got you.
Make another perception check at disadvantage because it's dark.
I have dark vision.
You do, so, and well, actually, there's the campfire there, so that would make it bright light. So yeah, make a perception check, straight roll. 13. Okay, you see the spider quickly crawling up a tree. You have maybe a second to get it if you want to, for revenge.
Take revenge on that spider.
Oh, come on.
So Todd, you having been bested once before, you renew yourself with vigor, and you go in for the second attempt, and you charge this spider. You're running hard. You go in for a jumping pile driver slap, and then suddenly, right as you're about to hit, you misestimated how far you're supposed to jump, and you end up going way too far and actually hitting yourself in the ribs on a branch of the tree and falling to the ground. You take 1 point of damage.
Understand.
But we can ignore that because you're resting. You're resting, so it goes away. But yeah, that's how your watch goes. The spider unfortunately evades all your efforts. Next watch goes by uneventfully, and we find y'all again on the road. Now, quick opinion out of game. Do we want to do this again for the next 2 days, or do you want to skip straight to the city?
Oh, hey, wait, real quick. I have 7 temporary hit points. That's supposed to be like that.
Yes. So, who did the thing that gave people temporary hit points last session?
Abigail, I think.
Yeah, Abigail. What was that from?
Totem.
The spirit totem.
That was your totem? Yeah, so I just put those automatically because I just assumed that whenever you go to battle, you do that at the beginning of combat. Like, I just assumed that because it lasts for 10 minutes afterwards, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so I just automatically put the temporary hit points. It feels like a good start.
All right.
But yeah, so I was just asking out of character, do y'all want to do this day travel, night travel encounter thing for 2 more days, or do you want to go straight to West Points?
I mean, I think it'd be fun to have more interactions
Kayleen?
between all the characters.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Sure, okay. Perfectly fine. So, y'all find yourselves back on the road the next day, and let's see what the randomizer says y'all have in store for you, because I don't write this shit, I roll it. And that is the quote of the evening for me.
Let's just see what happens.
Exactly, you know, it could be nothing, it could be the end of the world.
Fuck around and find out.
For you specifically, actually, I need a follow-up roll for this.
Oh
no!
Let's see. Okay, so...
Oh no.
Eltiel, make a dexterity saving throw.
Why?
Don't hit my sparkly dragon boy.
So, as you're traveling down the road, you feel something is wrong first, because you feel the giant meaty horse underneath you. Its weight shifts, and as you feel that, the next thing you know, you hit the ground as the horse has reared up stallion style and kind of runs limping off in a direction west. Do you chase after it?
I guess.
The horse that's running away?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, can't Abigail yell at it to come back?
Okay, make an athletics check.
Oh no.
Y'all also can follow the horse on horse if you want to, you know, help Eltiel or pick him up.
No.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not here for this.
One of you picks Eltiel up. Okay, gotcha. Okay, actually, no. So y'all go in to get Eltiel, but you see he's already bolted towards the horse, and he's picked up quite a bit of pace. So you get, you know, within distance. Make an animal handling check, and because it's with your horse, we'll say with advantage.
Oh, okay. Advantage. There we go. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
11. Okay.
Could be worse.
You get the horse to slow down and, you know, come to a stop slowly. But it takes a while. It actually ends up taking about 30 minutes to get it to fully come to a rest. And you see in the foot that it was limping in, there's a large jagged rock that's in its foot that you see it must have been on the road, and that's what caused it to buck you off in the first place. You're going to have to remove it before y'all go on, or because it's not going to be able to walk on the road.
Yes.
So that would be a medicine check for whoever wants to do that. Whoever wants to rip the rock out of this horse's foot.
I feel like Abigail is the most adept at killing animals, possibly.
Yeah.
So Lorax, you go up.
Wait, do I do
So if anyone
wounds or was
no,
wait,
so here's how it's gonna. Here's how you're gonna do it. Is anyone else? Are you proficient in medicine? First of all.
I have 5.
Give a check mark.
Is it blue next to it?
What?
Is it blue next to it?
No.
Gotcha. Yeah, you just have a 5 wisdom because you're a badass.
Obviously.
Everyone check through the character sheet and see if they have proficiency with medicine real quick.
Nope.
Nope.
That's one.
Nope.
Cool. So you do have the highest wisdom, so you are the most qualified to make this, but no one can give you advantage because none of you. Well, actually, someone has guidance, right? The cantrip.
No.
Do you have that, LTL?
I am looking. Yes, I do.
Your cantrips.
Yes.
Okay, so Abigail, you're gonna roll a medicine check, and then you're gonna add a D4 to it. So I want you to click medicine, and then in chat you're gonna type /roll 1d4.
Wait, I type medicine in chat?
Yeah, so you're gonna do a medicine check first, and then you're gonna roll a d4 in chat and add it to that medicine check.
Okay. Medicine?
Well, no, Abigail, big girl.
You said to type it in chat, though.
No, okay, Abigail, go to your character sheet. Go to skills. Yeah, you can just click on it. Well, that's fantastic, actually. Neutral D4. My God, Jake and Tylenol, you jackass. So you successfully, very carefully, you draw out this rock from the horse's foot very gently, and you get them patched up, and you get them on the road, and y'all get to making camp for the second night. You've traveled all day, so you've got a good distance farther than you were before, but you are still pretty exhausted at the end of the day because you've been riding for like 16 hours, and you've been sleeping for like 4 hours a night.
Cute.
Like real life.
But yeah, so it was Life of the Adventure. So y'all get back to camp. Are we doing the same system for watches, or is anyone wanting to change it up?
We could switch watches.
Yeah.
Anyone want to join Todd or George, or
What I'm saying is we could have Todd and George take the second watch this time, so they can sleep earlier.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Todd and George can take the second watch, and Danny and the gals can take the other one. So Okay, so Todd, you go for your rest. Danny, LTL, and Lorax. Let's see what happens with y'all.
A meteor hits the earth.
Just like the worst case
I don't have anything
scenario.
quite that wild.
Zombie apocalypse.
No.
Oh no!
I would never even consider it.
All of a sudden, it's The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
The sun
as y'all are
explodes.
just sitting around the campfire, you just feel a really cold wind just breeze throughout the campfire.
Well, that's not a fun time.
Just cold. The fire dims a little. You shiver.
Should we
Poke at the fire a little bit?
Air is still.
Stick your hand in the
What the
fire.
fuck was that?
You poke at the fire?
What? Why was the wind?
You don't know
Why?
why. You just know the wind was cold. The light flickered.
Investigate the wind.
It decided to get cold all of a sudden.
Anyone who wants to make a nature check. Anyone who wants to.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Where's my
Where is that? Oh, there it is. Oh, God.
Wait, Abigail probably has it. Abigail, do you have... Oh, yeah, there we go.
Everyone's making a
All
check.
Might as well.
Ooh.
Kayleen, nice roll.
Everybody do it.
Okay.
Damn, everyone. Okay, yeah. So
I was gonna say...
as you feel this go throughout your body, everyone stands up, and excluding Danny. Well, actually no. So the three of you, Lorax, Todd, and Allura, you look at each other and you go, "It's just a cold fucking wind." And then you simultaneously hear LTL go, "Ghost."
Yes, it was actively a ghost. All right, I'm telling you.
I want to fight the ghost.
LTL is fully convinced that it was a ghost.
110%.
It's okay.
Oh look, I'm telling you, it was a ghost.
I mean, technically, actually, Todd, you were asleep, so you just in your sleep go like, oh, fucking cold, and then just
just roll over and grumble.
Go to bed. I'm dreaming of finding a ghost.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you, man, it was a ghost. So like, that's the only possible thing.
It was most certainly a ghost.
We believe you.
So yeah, so that is going to reach the end of that night.
Wait, you didn't get to do the watch with George.
He did. So basically, just sometimes an event happens. Sometimes it's a peaceful night. Okay. So basically, it's assumed unless you wanted to say anything to George, which I mean, I've kind of told Tyler I wouldn't RP for him. Just so he's still useful to the party in combat, but just so y'all can meet his character for him. I mean, if you want to do anything on your watch gate in particular.
Nah. Not until he comes into roleplay, I won't do anything too much.
Gotcha. Here's a question then. How does Todd while away the hours of the watch? Because, you're basically just sitting by the fire, making sure no one's trying to fucking hurt you. So what do you do to keep the time going?
So once everything, it's all slow and boring, I start staring at the skies, see if I see any constellations, stuff like that. And then I start looking at the fire. What?
Yeah, the constellations. The sky is full of stars. You see all the ones that you can name. All the ones of heroes of old that have been named, adventurers, dragons, all those connected to legendary tales you were told as a kid. Yeah, the sky is full of stars out here in the forest, especially away from all the light pollution of the bigger cities, which, you kind of being from a bit more rural areas, you've always known this kind of sky, so it makes you feel at home.
Yeah. And then, I notice the fire, I'm like, dang, fires are pretty neat. Then I start thinking, how do we even know if fire is hot? No one's ever really touched it. And so I want to touch the fire.
Oh my god.
To prove it's hot.
To prove to yourself that the fire is hot.
Yeah.
Before Todd touches the
Tyler,
fire,
this is me RP.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean,
this is what Todd
I would fully believe Todd has never. The only difficult thing I believe is that Todd hasn't done this before.
This fire is specifically not hot. Like,
yeah, well, you have to check with every fire. You're never sure until you check every single flame.
Exactly.
You gotta know if you can, throw something on fire at somebody.
Yeah, well, fire is really cold.
Two things I'd say. A, is Todd raging as he does this?
No, he's not pissed off. He's just confused.
Okay, cool. And B, does he have any hesitance to it, or is he just full on, I'm putting my hand in this fire?
He just full on just pokes it. Like, cool. He kind of does it slowly, so it's not like he just engulfing his entire hand. He more just kind of pokes it.
Wait, so you just slowly put your hand into a fire instead of just quickly rushing in and touching it?
No, my finger. Like, I'm poking the outside of the fire.
Gotcha. So you just, poke a hole.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, gotcha. So...
I mean, sure, why not?
You take 2 fire damage as the coal burns your finger.
Alright, guys, the fire is hot.
Which you can again...
Now we know.
You can again ignore because you're long resting. And I like how for 2 nights in a row, you found a way to damage yourself during your watch.
Hey, it's what
One was just because you're incompetent. This was because you're ineptitude. I mean, this is true RP, and this fills me.
You're welcome.
Fills me. Yeah, so that kind of is how the night watch goes for Todd. Somehow finding a way to hurt himself again. Enjoying the night sky and the feeling of fire on his skin, as any true man does. So yeah, y'all get going on the day again.
Wait, I have some hot goss to share with LTL.
Oh?
Sure, you're welcome to share it. I just moved the map over to the general map for a while because we'll be in the city for a second. But yeah, you're welcome to.
I'm curious.
I wanted to talk to you about that cleric that was probably flirting with you back in Littleton.
Wait, what?
You remember that cleric who brought me back to life? Derek?
Yeah.
The cleric?
Yeah, what about him?
So what? Do you have a crush on him?
I met him once. I don't know. I don't
know. He was definitely flirting with you.
Your soulmates know. That's how it works.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, like, I'd ship it.
Wait, hold on. I need you to back up to, like... He totally, like... He was not flirting with me like that. What? No. I don't believe that. I think you're lying.
He was. It sure seemed like he was looking at you.
No way. I don't believe that.
Anyway, that was just my take on the situation.
Gotcha. I will also say, during the days you travel, Abigail, with you and Kayleen, with your Wand of Wonder and your Staff of the Adder, do you ever use them, or hey, do you ever cast Identify on them to figure out what they do and what they are and how they work?
We already knew that.
You knew that as a character, but your characters never went through the process of
figuring it out.
I don't have
maybe God.
To cast.
By God,
I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly certain someone knows Identify, right?
Does anyone know Identify?
I definitely do.
I know, like, Detect Magic.
Same thing.
Okay, so here's what your characters know then. In character, with Detect Magic, which you can do as a ritual. So, just know that your characters do not know what these things do. You see a staff that is shaped and knobbed with wooden, ends. And it's very curvy towards the end and kind of a shepherd's hook style. And it's very intricately designed. It's kind of a dark, grayish, little bit green wood. And Abigail, you sense transmutation magic on that, which is magic of changing. So you know that this object has something to do with shifting or changing its states.
Well,
and for the wands, the staff.
My staff.
Yeah, it's Kayleen's staff, but y'all can try to make it work. Oh yeah, your wands. Yeah. Oh, so your wands. When you look at it with Detect Magic, you see, it has evocation. So you see that there's a lot of energy stored in this object, and you know with your Detect Magic, that this object's nature is that it recharges, so that it builds and stops at a certain level of energy and can be expended, and then it recharges. But you're not sure exactly what that's expended. So you're saying you're like to try to fire off the wand?
Yeah, let's just test it out.
Just find out what it does.
Give me an intelligence check. Yeah, give me an intelligence check just to see if you can figure out how to get it going. So what you're going to do is click on your intelligence score on the left-hand side of your screen.
Okay.
And just click the intelligence word. Not saving throw, the score. So it should just be a D20 plus your intelligence modifier. That is just an intelligence roll, I believe. Yep. Okay, yeah, so you look throughout this wand. It's about like a foot long, and it tapers to the ends, and the handle is shaped with mahogany. And there's a little gem encrusted at the bottom of the wand, and you're kind of holding it in different ways, and you hold it to kind of where the long end of the wand is pointing out the bottom of your hand, and your thumb touches the gem, and it fires off an effect, which produces... Let's see... First of all, I should say, where do you aim this?
Yeah.
Probably just at like a tree.
A tree, okay. And that was a 57 on the wands. Okay, so at the tree, you see suddenly, in like a 20-foot sphere around it, full inky black darkness. Inky black dark.
Can we still see the tree?
The tree is partially obscured. You see the top of it peeking out, but a perfect dark sphere has appeared. And y'all spellcasters, you proficient enough with magic know that's a darkness spell that's been cast from the wands.
Interesting choice.
Abigail, you sense...
What?
Yeah, so Abigail, you sense that this has more charges, and you're welcome to try more of them. And it recharges, so we can just assume, if you want to try it out a few times, see what it does.
All right. Well, I'm a little
just aim at some
with
trees.
the whole darkness thing, so I think I'm just gonna chill for a bit.
Just gonna put that
Okay, so
away.
I want to try and figure out how to make my staff a snake.
Okay, Kayleen, make an intelligence check. So your sheet, and then just click on your intelligence in the left-hand column.
I clicked on it, and it's not working. Oh, there we go.
16. Yeah, so you are looking all up and down this thing, and, you're looking at the head of the snake, or like the head of the top of the staff, and the shaft, for lack of a better word. And you're just kind of analyzing this thing, trying to figure out what the heck it's going to do. And you see, along the bottom, around the edge of it in Dwarvish, which you do know, a little script that says cacao.
Wait, did you say it says cacao?
And you say the word.
Cacao.
No, the word.
Ciao.
The word cacao, as in like cacao chocolates.
Either way, both of those
Candy
options
and
were
cacao.
funny.
I thought
Both
it
of those
was
were
like,
funny.
it's gonna summon Lightning McQueen or something.
Yeah. So, when you say this, let's see, where is it? Oh, dang it, I have to look it up here.
It says,
Let me do it real quick. Let me tell you what happened. So as you speak cacao, you see the staff starts to transform into a snake that rows around on the ground and looks up at you and licks at the air.
wait.
Aw.
Yeah?
In the description, it says if the head of the staff becomes the head of a snake. It's not a full snake, according to the description we found.
Huh. Hold up, I might be thinking of a different thing.
Oh, good. Okay, because I wanted the full snake.
We
I believe
want
I
a
was thinking
pet
of
snake
staff
on
of
our
the
party.
python. Yeah, staff of the python.
Well, fuck. Okay,
That's what it's called.
I have to find that now.
Oh, that's what it is.
I didn't find a description.
Yeah, just look up staff of the python. Basically, you speak it and you throw it on the ground, and you see it becomes a giant python, like a 20-foot long anaconda, that looks
Must
up
pet.
at you.
Must pet.
And just kind of goes. You pet it.
I want a pet.
It looks up at you and recognizes the Reptilian Brotherhood.
Must
And
pet.
it lets out a deep groan. Abigail, you understand this groan to be like, courageous. Abigail, you understand that this is very happy. Yeah. So, also, did anyone ever say anything to Allura about her whole changeling thing?
No one addressed it.
No,
Yeah, do you want
just
to,
accepted
see
it.
her turn into a blank
Yes,
white
I
beast and then
immediately
back into a half elf?
Yeah, I don't question it at all.
Instantly accept that.
I feel really loved and accepted. Thank you. I feel really accepted here.
I mean, like, my whole thing
And,
is, like,
you
why
guys-
would we, like, question it if we already enjoy her as a
Them as
person?
changeling, it's fine. Exactly, she's just a bit more than you thought she was.
I do have a question.
So
for
yeah.
Jonathan.
What's your
Yeah?
question?
Is your neck cold?
I'm afraid of this question.
Yeah, Todd, make a perception check.
Well, now I'm double afraid.
Yeah, I forgot about this. Thanks for reminding me, Abigail.
Wait, what did she ask?
Todd, you're not quite sure what she means.
I'm not.
Abigail, do you want to tell him what he's missing?
Terry stole your tie.
Harry, that son of a bastard.
Yeah, you notice your ensemble is missing a piece as Terry is wearing your tie around his head
Aw.
like bands.
Yes, Eric.
Okay, so I walk up this Terry, right? I'm all peeved. Dog
Okay.
gets over there, he grabs the tie, and he adjusts it around Terry's neck. And I pats him on the head.
He makes it fit him correctly like he's a businessman.
Oh,
That's the only
that's a
appropriate
cute.
response.
I believe we have to call him Mr. T-Rex now.
Mr. Terry.
Mr. Terry.
Mr. Terry Rex.
Mr. T.
He's gonna start a mafia.
He eats the
He will
food.
be the Goliath Mafia. But yes, so Harry retains the tie. So yeah, as y'all all kinds of, do all this, you come into a large valley, and you see a sprawling city laid out in front of you. You're still about 3 miles out, and yet, just due to the size and the angle of the hill you're on, you can see the entire scope of the city from here. And it spans out in all directions, vast sections of farmlands, woodlands reserved for hunting. You see skyscrapers, you see buildings that have architecture that confounds physics due to magical construction. And as you all kind of witness all of this, you approach closer to the city of West Point. Yeah, so I will show you on the map. Currently, we are looking at West Haven. Is the map blurry for everyone?
No.
No,
it
has
so
loaded
we are
in.
in West Point, which is right here.
Okay.
Julio. Yeah, for me it's just a little bit blurry. We started in Littleton, which is over here.
Gotcha, okay.
So you traveled kind of along that road right there, and then the first band to head out, by the way, was right here in the edge of the forest.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And y'all are all looking for the next bandit hideouts. Ignore the dragon right here.
Ignore the dragon.
Ignore the dragon.
Exactly. Ignore the dragon. He's in the city. You don't know where he is. He's in the city. You might bump into him on the street. Who knows?
Who knows?
What if God was one of us? But yeah, so y'all enter West Point, and this is kind of like the capital city. Alora, you've been here a few times before for performances.
Oh yeah, I have. What happens in Westboro stays
West
in
Point.
What happens in West Point stays in West Point. Am I right, boys?
Exactly. I would ask for Todd and the rest of you, have any of y'all been to West Point before? Do any of you think that your characters would have been...
my urban bounty hunter days?
You picked up a few contracts there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Has Todd ever visited West Point, or has he mostly stayed to the rural areas? Dick? Jacob?
Oh, yo, my mic was muted. My bad.
You're good. I was gonna ask, has Todd been to West Point before?
Yeah. So Todd's never really never been to West Point, but he's like passed through it once or twice.
It's like he went through it on the way to like Coachella, and it was his like layover.
Yeah.
He like had to stop there for the night.
Yeah.
Like, so he didn't really get to see the city, but he just kind of headed out. Gotcha. Furious George has actually we actually don't know. He retains his silence, as he perfectly has this entire time. You know nothing about him, but he aids you when you need him. And maybe one of these days he will open his fucking mouth. But who knows? So yeah, that comprises all of you. So as you enter the city, everyone make a just group intelligence check for me, just to see what y'all maybe know about West Point. Actually, I would say it's a history check.
3.
History.
Everyone roll history.
What?
Yeah,
What?
so Abigail and Jakin, you both look at each other and you say, actually, what do you say? What pops into Lorax and Todd's mind when they try to think of what is this city known for? And they're like, city.
So Lorax, you've been here, right? Do you know anything?
Honestly, they all just kind of blurred together. They're all just cities at some point. I'm really more of a nature gal, so I don't really care or remember what happened.
That makes complete sense.
All about that land shark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Eltiel and Kayleen, you recall West Point is the second capital of Listle. Listle is a kingdom in which that's weird. Yeah. 1 second. The rhythm bot just suddenly stopped playing the music.
It does that
I don't think
sometimes.
so. 1 second. Let me just do this real quick, boys.
Sometimes it'll just like yeet out and just like leave a chat if you don't like interact with it enough times. I don't know.
It gets
Didn't come back.
lonely.
It gets sad.
Hey.
It gets sad when you don't talk to it.
Hey, I'll be right back.
It doesn't do anything. I think it's dead.
It,
You killed Music
I am
Bot?
back.
you killed Rhythm.
Because he's
Well, okay.
Oh, there it goes.
I knock him back to a voice channel. Oh, gotcha. Hey, you're so good. You're okay, right?
Yeah. Okay. It's playing. All right. Well, it
Are you
was.
back?
It played for like a second.
So let me try doing this.
There we go. Okay.
You all good?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We
Okay, I
love
think
that.
So, yeah. So Listel's right here. Y'all were in Littleton, which is right here. So you know, Laura and Elteal, that it is the second capital of Listel. Listel is ruled by a king who has two sons, the elder of which rules the first capital of Northborough. You are in the younger son's city of West Point. None of you are too familiar with the royal family. They're rather reclusive. And they've actually, just due to the nature of magic and how dangerous some of the world has gotten, they've been rather reclusive with their own identities just to keep their own safety. But as far as the city of West Point, it's split into 4 quarters, which is the Zephyr Quarter, the Ignan Quarter, the Aquan Quarter, and the Terran Quarter. And that each of these is kind of like a different section of society. Zephyr is all the royal bitches, the prince, nobility, where the fine dining is, and the super rich people. The Ignan Quarter is all of the best craftsmen. It's a lot of like upper middle class shops, and also just some general, good items are there. A lot of magic item shops. Aquan Quarter is where most of the city lives. It's, working class, a lot of farmers, a lot of, local craftsmen, blacksmiths, people of like average skill working here. And then you have the Terran Quarter, which is kind of the rundown, a little bit abandoned by the rest of the city. It's a lot of crime there. And there's very few places that are even open for what would be called business. It's mostly just like abandoned by the guards. They don't even patrol there. So you come into the city, and you come in through the Aquan Quarter because that is how the city enters. Do y'all travel to any specific park or explore? What do y'all do when you come into West Point?
I want to go shopping.
Yeah, I do
okay.
too.
That sounds
I
like
need to
fun.
look for new clothes.
Can we agree to go shopping? Gotcha. So what are we looking for first?
I need new clothes.
New clothes?
Yeah.
Bacon wants new clothes.
You want new clothes? Okay.
Yeah, because Terry stole my tie, so I need some. Like, you put me to shame.
You gotta
with his
replace
class.
it.
You just need.
Gotcha. Okay, so what type of clothing shop are we looking for? Like high end or like run of the mill?
Run of the mill.
Yeah.
You're looking for run of the mill. Okie dokie. Gotcha. So let me just pull up the businesses of West Point really quick because yes, I do have a whole ass chart.
Naturally.
Yeah. So you go to Joanne's Fabrics. Hey, you go to
Yay!
Joanne's Fabrics. It's a local. You enter the shop. It's a little. You see a little halfling woman behind the counter. She says, "Oh, hello, I'm Joanne," and she hand makes fabrics, and she actually does them on command. So you can get them custom made, tailored to fit you. She's very talented at what she does. So what are you looking for?
I want something that makes me look fancy, but it will like survive the wilderness and adventuring.
So you're looking for something durable, but you also want it to be stylish.
Indeed.
Okie dokie, I think we can get something like that for you. Are we thinking of a suit and tie 3-piece style going on here?
Yeah, I wanted to freshen it up.
Freshen it up. Okay, what style are we going for?
I'm not entirely sure. I was going to ask you if you had any suggestions.
Well, we could always go with the classic barbarian look, loincloth, straps over your chest, shorter pants perhaps. Or we could go for something a little more nuanced, possibly flowing robes, a little suggestion of thigh, a Greek toga, if you could.
Ooh, I want a toga. That sounds sick.
A toga, okay. How are we thinking? Are we thinking tied off to the side, showing a little bit of rib and nipple and then going down to the left ass cheek? Or are we thinking more full cover, a little bit of class to you? Just showing off the knees and
I gotta go
elbows.
full class. I'm not a whore.
Full class, gotcha. Don't want to be showing your body like a whore now, do ya?
Nope.
Are you a whore, Todd?
Todd is not a whore.
Thanks, Luma, you're not. Thanks, Luma, you're not. Okay. And Joanne gets it set up. She puts together your toga. What color is it?
It's gonna be white. Like
White? Okay, so it's
white.
gonna get rather dirty on the road.
Well, that's what actually.
I'm gonna soak in the colors of the world, huh?
Can I consult a party member for an opinion?
Yeah.
Abigail, what
answers.
color should it be?
Terry Green.
Oh,
Alright, it's gonna
Laura
be green.
asks. Green. Okay, gotcha. So she gets your toga out. That's gonna run you about 15 gold pieces.
That's a completely fair price.
Yes. And she thanks you very greatly. She says, "Oh, always pleasure for the business. And ever need anything else, just make sure to stop by. If you also are in business for hats or other accessories, don't forget Hamford's Haberdashery, recommended business."
Wait, you sell hats here?
Well, that's actually my cousin Hamford. Hamford's Haberdashery. He goes over in the other part of the Auckland
Okay,
quarter.
now I need to buy a hat.
Okay, so you head over to Hamford's.
Yeah, I'm looking for a top hat.
Guess we're going to Hanford's.
Okay, is the whole party going to Hamford's, or do you have anywhere else that we want to go?
I would like to go. Huh?
I want to go to Hanford's. I want to get a tiny T-Rex hat.
Yo,
Okay,
me and
so
Terry
Abigail's
could get
on
matching
Hanford's.
hats.
I think that Kayleen said or Lorax wants to go, or sorry, never mind. Alora wants to go looking for magic items.
Yes.
Okay, anyone else looking for magic items?
I also want magic items, but I also want a top hat.
What if I take Terry shopping?
There you go. You can just take Terry.
I'll do that.
Okay, so Terry goes with Todd to go top hat shopping. The rest of the party, so you said you're looking for magic items.
Yes.
Everyone make a survival check for me to see how you navigate the city.
Oh, that's a fun time.
Yeah, just, roaming around West Haven. Nice job, Abigail. Okay, Lorax comes in fucking clutch. Jake, you didn't need to do that. You're over in a, well, actually, you got to, Jake, make another survival check real quick. Okay, so with the help of directions from Joanne, you make your way over to the top hat. We'll go to that for a second. The rest of y'all, you make your way over to the Ignan Quarter. You come to the gates, because, there are gates that separate each quarter just to make sure the riffraff don't try to clamber through. And you see the guard stops you and says, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Hi, we're just here going shopping.
What are you looking for?
Just some useful magical items if we can find any.
Oh, best place for that would be Wendy Whistleprout's warehouse.
Okay, well, we'll be sure to head there.
And as you go to move forward, he puts a hand out and says,
And I give him a high five.
Give him a sick high five.
We must tip the man more.
"Abigail, I would like you to make a persuasion check with disadvantage."
Oh,
That's really great.
can I interrupt this?
Like, she's like mid high five, and you like stop. You like high five her to intercept.
Oh, no.
So you see do you still have your hands in his hand, or did you follow through, bring it back to you?
No, it was a follow through. It was a solid high five.
Gotcha. So he's just holding out his hand there, and he looks at you and he says, "Strike me again in that manner, and I'll have you in irons."
I would like to interrupt. I would like to shit. I just want to like. I'm gonna take a gold piece out of my bra. I draw it out of my bra and hand it to him. Seduction. Bam.
So, okay.
I wanted the sick high five to happen.
Make a flat persuasion check. Just a regular persuasion check.
Okay, boys, I got this. Oh no.
He says.
You tried your best.
He says. Make that 10 times heavier, and we have a deal.
No thanks.
All right. I pulled 10 more gold pieces out of my bra.
You have 11 gold pieces in your bra?
Dude, it's
All right.
protection.
Anyway, here's your money.
And then he looks at the rest of you and he says, "For each of you."
Oh.
So he's asking for 11 gold pieces from each of you to pass into the aching quarter.
Wait, so can I have, like, charm person? Can I just use that?
You can certainly try. Click on that so I can... Well, it's just... Well, read the description because you'll know that he knows he's charmed if he fails. So if he succeeds, he knows you tried to charm him. If he fails, he knows you charmed him after it wears off. Just so you know, you can do
But
it.
we can get away and get as far away as possible before he realizes it.
You're going. He knows you're going to Wendy's.
Wait, can I cast Vicious Mockery?
You want to cast Vicious? You know that does damage, right?
Never mind.
Ah!
I was gonna call him a dummy.
You guys are great
Hurt
negotiators.
his feelings.
You can attempt to intimidate him.
Wait, did I try to seduction already?
You did try to seduce him, and it didn't go
It
too
didn't
well.
work.
I tried intimidation once.
Okay, so Kayleen's gonna... Laura is going to try to intimidate him now, after failing to seduce him. So what do you do to intimidate him after your boob money was enough?
Oh, okay, what if I, oh my god, guys, what do you think he would do if I turned into him?
Utter confusion.
Assault.
But it depends on if he's a narcissist or not.
I'm gonna do it. I'm a shape changer and change into the freaking guard we're talking to.
I think
So,
it depends
what
on
do
if
you
he's a
say as you do
narcissist or
this?
not.
What do you say to do this?
And the gods.
Okay. So you see as Allura, still in her, feminine, robes and garbs, suddenly changes into the figure of a 6'2" balding human man wearing rather revealing clothes that are not doing any favor for his hips. And you see this guard, his eyes go wide, his mouth opens, and he just drops unconscious to the floor. There's not another guard at the gate. Y'all can sneak through and
Take my gold back, please.
you can get your gold back.
Take
now.
it back. Let's go.
Okay, so
It's
y'all
not
sneak
worth
through into
the money.
evening quarter, dodging this line by giving a man a fucking heart attack.
Oh, I also changed back to my normal form.
Okay, I thought so.
Wait, did you guys just kill him? I zoned out for a
Cosplay.
second.
I think
No,
I
so
think he passed out.
technically you're not here, but they knocked him out by Allura changing into him and then giving him a panic attack.
I turned into an exact replica of the guard we were talking to and told him the gods were angry and he fainted.
The gods are real, yeah, the Greek gods. They have kids. Those kids have issues. Okay, so
I mean, hey, that worked pretty well, I
y'all
think.
managed to somehow get...
Yeah, I'm surprised it went that well.
Yeah, I mean, y'all managed to do that somehow without making too much of a mess.
No, we just happened to get lucky. No one was
I'm
around to like
just-
see it.
I mean, I am a bard. persuasion is kind of my thing.
Indeed.
But
thinks his persuasion is a panic attack.
Exactly.
but the seduction didn't work. Wouldn't that count more towards the persuasion?
No. It's cool. She made him.
Nobody's perfect, okay? Nobody's nerfect, okay?
Okay, so y'all head over to Wendy Whistletrout's Wondrous Warehouse. Sorry, even I get mixed up on it. Wendy Whistletrout's Wondrous Warehouse. And you enter a rather busy-looking. It almost looks like an industrial shop. You see like a lot of projects just being started. Half-finished mechanical beings. You see arcane firearms. You see a lot of irons in the fire in this place, and you see that working on all of it, what looks to be a giant robot, about 8 feet tall, and its back is to you, just kind of moving some stuff around, and you're just kind of in the entryway, and it just kind of continues to move around, looking around at the shelf, kind of muttering to itself.
Love that!
We love that.
The robot spins around, and you see it is actually an exoskeleton holding a 2.5 foot tall, middle-aged goblin woman. And she says, "By my stars, hello, you scared me. Welcome to my wondrous warehouse. What can I do for you folks today?"
I love her
We're looking for
already.
magical items.
Well, you are in the right place, shucks, let me tell you that. What kind of items we're looking for? We're looking for +1s, +2s, we're looking for magical effects, we're looking for custom mades, we're looking for predispositions. What do we got looking for? Are you looking for anything fun, anything combat, anything social? I have everything you need, darling.
I would love something that allows me to have greater persuasion over people.
Greater persuasion over people. What are you getting up to out there?
Just a girl's gotta make her living somehow. Am I right?
Good, I can tell you that.
Am I right, Wendy?
Well, let me go look in the back and see if I have anything. And then she kind of pops in the back there. As they're also looking around, there are shelves like with other, kind of stocked goods. If you want to kind of look around and see what else she just has in stock while she's looking in the back.
Okay.
What kind of weapons does she have?
What kind of weapons? You see weapons of different materials, and you see labels underneath them that say adamantine, mithril, palladium, stuff that you've heard of, but you've also known as a bit too upper crust for what you kind of grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you also see one that says Storm Brands, and there's a little card underneath it that says cast shocking force on whoever you strike.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you see a lot of cool weapons of those. She comes back out and goes, "Well, not anything currently we have in stock would fit your purpose of trying to make yourself more persuasive, I would say. However, we do have spell scrolls of some enchantment magic that might be what you're looking for. I'm not sure if you know this. You kind of look like a bit of a fledgling caster, but if you get spell scrolls that are a bit too powerful for what you can cast, you can still try and use them."
Mm-hmm.
So basically, out of the character, you make a roll that is harder the higher the level spell, but basically you could make a roll and nearly reliably cast a second level spell from a scroll.
No, it's okay. That's not what I'm looking for today, unfortunately.
Okay.
Wait,
you see
reliably cast spells?
So here's the thing: there's a spell scroll, and basically what it is the DC is 10 plus the level of the spell. So say if you're trying to cast a second level spell, you have to roll a 12, but you can add your modifier and your proficiency bonus. So it's a +7 right now, and it's a 12 DC. So you just have to roll above a 5 to cast it successfully. Out of character.
Can I do that?
But she says, yeah, she does have spell scrolls of some spells. She says, actually, there's that and one more thing. And then she runs in the back and she brings out a spell scroll suggestion, as well as a potion of glibness.
What does this potion do?
What?
She says, this will actually make you more persuasive, but only for a little bit. It is rather potent and does work quite well. I've had people use this for very successful business negotiations and all sorts of things, but it is a little bit pricey.
How much you talking here, Wendy?
I would say around the tune of 250 gold pieces for the potion. And for the scroll, we're looking at about, we'll call it 75 because they all look sweet.
What was the scroll again?
The scroll is suggestion, a second level spell. As an action, you command one person with a phrase, and it's concentration up to 8 hours. But basically, you can say walk north, they walk north for 8 hours. You can say lay down.
Command.
Command is one word, and it only lasts for rounds. So it's like you can cause them to stop for like 6 seconds. This one lasts 8 hours. So the spell scroll is 150 or 75 gold pieces, and the potion is 250. And y'all can like chip in. Basically, the potion gives you advantage on charisma checks for an hour.
But
Can I haggle with Wendy?
Haggle? Sure. Make a persuasion check for me. I would say since you have your friends with you, with advantage. Persuasion check with advantage.
Meanwhile, like,
And what are you saying?
Eltiel's just looking around trying to find something shiny.
I'm saying, come on, Wendy. I know you can give me a better price than that.
Got a 13?
Yes.
Persuasion?
No, there we go. That was it. The 13 was from the earlier time.
Oh,
26.
okay. 26. So you say she can knock it down a little bit?
Yeah.
She goes, wait, what's your name?
Allura Sparrowfern.
Are you that Allura Sparrowfern I saw in the Redford Theater about 2 years ago? I had a great bottle of absinthe that night and had a wondrous time observing your performance.
That sounds like a great time.
For you, a star, to be in my star, I will say, I can do you favors here, honey. Okay. It pains me. It pains me to do so, but I guess I could part with this potion for... Potion and the scroll, 150 total.
Let's do it.
No less.
Let's go, Abigail. Yeah?
So you split the potion and the scroll? And like you'll split the gold between you?
Yeah, it's 150, right?
Gotcha. So you each pay 75 gold, and Kayleen gets the potion, you get the scroll, Abigail? Is that what you're doing?
Sure.
Cool.
The scroll
is anyone else...
Is the scroll one suggestion? Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's a suggestion. A spell, it's a second level spell, enchantment. Are you looking around for anything else as far as like things that might, catch your eye or something?
I wanted to look at the weapons and see what our options are here.
Weapons. By the way, y'all can look for staves, wands, rods, rings, armors, potions, and wondrous items alike.
I feel
what
like
type of weapon? Are we looking like melee, ranged weapons? Gotcha. Let's see. Sorry, just looking through the magic item types, please have a ranged just tag. You are, there's no range specifically, so you're gonna have to pick a specific type, like a bow, or are we looking for maybe a gun?
I'm looking for like
Get a gun.
Like a
Gun!
hand crossbow.
A hand crossbow. Y'all, you have hand crossbows.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, so when y'all defeated those bandits, y'all had hand crossbows. You can just have one in your inventory.
I didn't know I had one.
Yeah, y'all got shit tons of hand crossbows.
Then can we look at daggers instead?
For a magical dagger?
Yeah, on a magical dagger.
Sure, okay. You go through her collection, and you're kind of like, she has everything in different boxes of organized, it's kind of like half an ADD mess and half this is a work of genius. You're not sure
I love
which.
that.
You see a few daggers. Generally, you see some that deal some elemental damage each. You see some that have, they're marked as being poisonous. You see, a few different effects. Anything particular that you're looking for?
Something But is there anything that does psychic damage?
Gotcha. So you're looking for a Psycho brand weapon.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You ask Wendy, and she says, "Oh, well, we usually don't get requests for that sort of thing. Many people don't usually tend to go for the mine. They prefer fire and cold. We get plenty of fire, cold, and storm weapons here now. But a psychic dagger, that might be something that's more on commission. How hard hitting we want the psychic dagger to be?
I'd say pretty effective.
Pretty effective? Okay. Well, my favorite star in West Point. I will say that you give me 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
You come back here later now, or whenever you can, and I'll have your psychic dagger ready for you.
Okay.
And for my favorite star in West Point, I guess we could say I could do a pretty good dagger for 400 gold pieces.
All right, sounds good.
She says that, Allura says that knowing she does not have 400 gold pieces and hopes to come into money soon from these bandits. She's like, I'm making an investment in this career.
Exactly.
That's fair.
I need my psychic dagger.
Yeah, anyone else looking for any types of items before we go?
I'm trying to find either something to put my ever-growing, like, rock collection in, or something to contribute to said collection.
Do you want something to hold your collection?
Yes.
Shit, I didn't establish this last session because it also happened in the end. Y'all have a bag of holding.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah.
So, who wants to be... So here's the thing. Whoever has the bag of holding is going to be the party kind of accountant as far as the items y'all have that, like, no one specifically owns. So it's a responsibility in and out of game. So whoever determines to hold the bag of holding, that's a vote between y'all. I would say, you know, whoever is the most detail-oriented and likes to take notes.
I've, like...
Anyone volunteering?
I have no brain cells in and out of game. No.
I feel like I'll miss stuff.
I mean, basically, whenever we finish a combat, I'll say you get this, and then I'll tell the person what they get, and they can put it in like a section of their description or like a file that they write down, like what's in my bag of holding, or like a Google Doc. And just whenever I say at the end of a combat, you get this, you get that.
I can do it.
Okay, so Kayleen, you volunteer for that?
Yeah, unless anyone else wants to.
Anyone else want to hold the bag of holding?
Good.
Okay, so Kayleen's going to be party accountant effectively.
What do we have so far?
So far, really the bag is empty. I converted all of the hand crossbow stuff besides the one you got into gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how y'all have your party gold effectively. So for everything from now on, unless the party calls it, goes into Kayleen's folder. So end of battle, she will be typing like a court person. But yeah, for you, Danny, looking for things to hold your shiny things and also looking for shiny things.
Always looking for shiny
is
things.
Full of shiny things. I mean, you know, the weapons shine. You know, the guns shine, the bullets shine. Magic is inherently shiny. It's one of the best things about it.
Exactly.
But you find something that is actually... You find something that is actually sparkling the most in the room.
Okay.
1 second. Let me just... Yeah, I'm just trying to get something real quick.
Look, last time we tried to pick up something shiny, it was a fucking crab, so...
Yeah, well, this one... Well, roll a perception check.
Oh god! That doesn't help me. For some reason I have lost... there it is.
Perception.
Okay.
Okay. You successfully differentiate what item within the store would be the most shiny. And you find 2 things. You find a small bag that is bedazzled on the side in purple and pink gems, and is very stylish and fits over your shoulders. And as you open it and you reach inside, you find, even though it's only about the size of a small backpack, you can put your whole shoulder into it. It's deeper than it seems.
I love that.
And Wendy tells you, oh, that right there is a handy haversack. That is very good for storing everything you need on the road. You know, basically like a little clutch purse, but for way more stuff.
But better.
Yeah. So that would run you about 25 gold pieces.
Okay.
And for the other thing, and you see the other thing your perception check noticed towards you was a wand of radiance.
What does that do?
So this is a wand that can produce the light cantrip, so you can always have a little light, and it can cast. Wendy tells you it can cast a few different light-related magics. You know, a few charges here and there. Not too powerful, but if you're creative with it, you can certainly find the use. You can certainly find the use for anything, really.
All right, okay.
So basically, it's a wand that has a few different light-related magics. And because I'm pulling this out of my ass, I'll have to describe what it does specifically later.
Yeah, okay.
Lit.
Sounds good to me.
Wand of Radiance and Handy Haversack in total, if you want both of those, 75 gold pieces.
Yeah, okay. Just gladly, gladly gives her the money.
Okay, gotcha. So mark that down. Everyone, make sure you're marking down what you're paying for everything. So Todd, at the haberdashery, you said you were looking for a top hat?
Yeah, me and Terry need a matching top hat.
Matching top hats, cool. You find Hamford and he says, oh, good to see another customer in there. Oh, that suit, the toga. Do you wear the toga outside of the Joanne's?
Oh, I
like
immediately
wear out of the store?
change.
She says, oh, I recognize that handiwork everywhere. That's my cousin Joanne's work right there, ain't it?
Oh, yes, it is.
Well, that's fantastic there, boy. So, what can I do for you? And what in Luma's name is that little thing? And he points at Terry.
Don't worry about it. We need matching top hats, alright?
Well, I can't deny paying customer. What color, what style are you looking for? How tall are you wanting these top hats to be, my good sir?
Well, I was thinking something dapper and classic, so like a, matte black. But I wasn't too certain on height. What do you suggest?
So we're going for the green toga with that top hat. Quite a bold look. I say we're about to making statements with this ensemble, are we right, sir? Okay, then I say bigger the better, go all the way, so show them you don't even need to compensate for anything, you know what I mean, sir?
Oh, I get you.
We're going for that 8-foot-tall top hat.
Okay, wait.
It's so tall it makes me quiver saying the name. 8-foot-tall top hat, my sir, my lord, I must say.
So, Tyler,
and the top hat, I'd have to call you lord.
Tyler, if I get this top hat, is this gonna mess with me in character at all, with going through doors and stuff?
I will say that you adjust. You might get some strange looks here and there, but it's more for the satisfaction that if ever we were to draw a picture of the party, Todd has an 8-foot-tall top hat.
8 feet tall?
Good, because that's what I wanted.
Okay, how about this?
Then I'm getting an 8-foot-tall top hat.
How about this, to fully alleviate this? Well, actually, I am good friends with Honey up in the Ignan district. And if you run this by her, I'm sure she can put a little shrinking enchantment on it so you can make it collapsible.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah, collapsible top hat.
Yeah.
So you get that arranged for Honey, and you get it also the same thing for Terry. It's also a top hat that gets crazy big for him. It's not 8 feet for him, but it's a similar height.
Okay.
So just to be clear, you're wearing a top hat and a toga?
Yes.
I love you, Jacob. I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
That's a look.
Yeah. Abigail, do you want to get anything specifically at Wendy's, or are we all good on that?
I think we're good unless there is anything that can help me get more animals. But I think that otherwise I'm fine.
There is a small animals market.
Oh.
Wait.
Yeah,
Okay.
West Point is New York, like there are animal
Well,
shops.
let's go to the.
I
pet
love
store.
that. Let's go.
Yes!
Let's go.
Okay, you go to Zet's. So the whole party gets together. You all see Todd is rocking a green toga, black top hat, and you, Abigail, or Lorax, you see Terry rocking a similarly dashing top hat that is about 3 feet tall and cocked to the side ever so slightly.
Yes.
I love that for him.
Classy boy.
Yes. So y'all head over to VetSmart, and you see there are a collection of small animals. You know, chickens, pigs, cows, some puppies, some cats, some rats. You also see a few more exotic creatures. You see what kind of looks like almost like a small donkey, but like the size of a chihuahua. You see what kind of looks like almost like a combination of an otter and a dog. There are a few different weird animals here.
I'll take the donkey.
You want to get the mini donkey?
Yes. The tiny donkey.
Okay.
For
An
Terry
old
to
dwarvish
ride.
gentleman walks over to you and he says, "For a old Filbert here, huh? I hate to part with him. He's the only thing my wife left me now, but I have no money to pay the overcoming medical bills from her cancer."
Oh God.
Yikes.
He's a very depressed dwarf owns this donkey. He says, "I mean, I bought him for 5 silver, but her bills were like 40 gold. I just don't know what I'm gonna do without her."
The donkey or his wife?
No. Oh. Basically, he says he bought it for 5 silver. He says, "I'll take what you can give me because I need to pay for my debt because everything sucks."
Oh, so he wants me
Basically
to
said everything hurts, so I'm dying.
I mean, he wants you to pay him as much as you want to pay him, but he would prefer you pay, like, you know, something to help him. 40 gold, maybe his exact medical bills. That would be sweet.
I'll pay 50.
What is your chaotic good answer?
I'll pay 50 gold.
Very nice.
You drop a
All right.
sack of 50 gold. You see, because you're in the Aquid quarter, and Aquid quarter is mostly a land of silver. Gold pieces are seen occasionally, but you just put them around like they were copper. And you see everyone kind of look over to you, and he just looks in front of him. And, you know, he's kind of always had this, like, sarcastic-ass, hard-ass attitude. But you see him shed a tear as he's like, "Finally." And then he just cries over his money. And you see the donkey just kind of, like, hops into your arms. And you go,
Head
it does not have any
scratches.
stats. It is useless. It cannot be in combat.
He gets
you
head
have,
scratches,
I will
though.
say, a rat-sized donkey.
Wait, what's his name?
You can name him. He was named Filbert before, but you can name him.
Wait, what was his name before?
Filbert.
I will name him Frank.
Frank.
We
Gotcha.
love
So Frank and
that.
Terry. Gotcha.
Wait, so Frank is smaller than Terry? Like, Terry cannot ride him?
No. But, like,
That's okay.
Frank, like, Terry is, like, 50% bigger than Frank.
Okay, then Frank can sit on top of his top hat if he's a rat size.
It's more like Terry's, like, his older brother energy.
His
And
top
then...
hat, like, no, it's like Ratatouille.
Yeah,
He lives in his head.
Ratatouille.
Okay.
This is great. lore
We can talk later about enchanting Terry's top hat to have more space inside of it than is outside of it.
Hold on, that
later.
reminds me. Can I
So, y'all
name
having-
the Vogelthop? Can I name him?
Vogelthop.
Can I name him to something I can say?
Yeah. Yeah, what do you want to name him?
Crowley?
Wait, what'd you say?
He's a Crowley.
I was thinking
Crowley.
Castiel.
You are a nerd, and I love you.
I
Well, I
know.
mean, if you look at the sheet,
I know. I did look at it.
look at the characters. Look at the characters.
Well, Castiel.
He's Castiel
Yeah,
now.
his name is Castiel. That's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
He's the boy.
I love him.
Y'all spend 4 hours kind of going around all your errands, and you realize the sun's getting low enough to where if you don't get headed out soon, you will have to spend another night camping before you reach the mark on the map. So
We should head out, boys.
Yeah, we
and
probably
girl.
should.
I have no objection.
So the party hops on their horses, and we head out over out of West Point, and we are headed east over towards this direction. And specifically, we're stopping at a place around about here, if you can tell. So we're gonna move over to that map real quick, boys and girls.
Yo, it's the Minecraft map.
Oh yeah.
It's not a Minecraft map, boy.
Nope,
It's
the
simple,
But it's got
but-
enough skeletons to be Minecraft.
Yeah, there are a lot of.
Yeah, that was the joke.
There are a lot of skeletons indeed.
What is this terrain?
Minecraft.
So
It's
yeah, let me read
Minecraft.
actually from my little notes real quick. I had so many tabs open, with that magic shop adventure and figuring out a staff of radiance, all of that. But yeah, so this second camp is arranged differently than the first one y'all went after, because first one was in a forest. It was on flat terrain, wood walls. Sorry for the burp. Jesus, there's a demon there. Christ.
It was the character.
so-
It was your character. The invisible character.
Listen to the DM. Yeah, that's the necromancer in there. He sounds like that. So the camp is on a high hill, and it is really just a church and a graveyard, and then a collection of a few impromptu archers' towers. So you just see these raised kind of stone and wood shambles about like 15, 20 feet tall, and then this little small church and graveyard. Y'all approach, from whatever direction y'all want. You're far enough out of the way. It's later at night, so they can, effectively, just letting y'all know out of character, they can see within about 60 feet of where they are, so that's the whole map as you can see it. However, it is at nighttime, and it is dark, and they don't have torches, so they have perception checks at disadvantage. And you have stealth checks at advantage.
Okay.
If you're trying to sneak past them, just so you know. So with y'all's approach, you so far know that a girl has been taken, possibly more, given if one was. You know that this is one of 2 of the 3 smaller locations on a map that you got at the first hideout, and that there are a lot of skeletons. You can see there are quite a few walking around the outside, and there are 3 in the towers total.
Lit.
So
All right.
what party approach does you take?
Bottom right?
Yep.
So approaching from the southwest or southeast.
Yeah.
Yep.
It has the most space between, skeletons.
Gotcha. Okay. Assuming that y'all are attempting stealth, what's y'all's strategy? Because you're gonna have to take out all the enemies here, and then who knows what's inside that church as far as everything else.
Probably low order.
If I did,
Fly.
The Vogelthorpe can flap, currently in its baby form. Let me check its sheet real quick. The Vogelthorpe can run 25 feet. It is slightly slower than y'all right now. It can run fast. It flies when it's a little bit older, so in a little bit, but not yet.
Cool.
It
But
kind of flaps.
he
It
is
can do a longer
currently
jump.
living
It
his
can
best
float.
life.
He doesn't take fall damage. Like when you drop him off a cliff, he can support and flap himself, but he can't get any height.
I think
Aw.
we should split up.
So you want to split up into 2 different teams? Where to and who?
Just so we can ground, not anything personal. I love you guys.
So are you trying? What's the strategy? Divide and conquer and kill the skeletons?
Isn't that what we should do?
Y'all do whatever you want.
Naked?
I mean, you can try. All you know is that there's probably a captured girl, if not here, somewhere. And that the only indoor space is this church. You see that there's a hell of a lot of skeletons, so clearly something's being guarded inside there.
Probably
question.
Goliath in the
If-
church.
If I did disguise self and disguise myself as a skeleton, could I go into the church and see what's up?
You could. The skeletons wouldn't cause any trouble, so if you were undead, but the caster would know something's wrong because you're not obeying his commands.
Okay.
So, because they're skeletons, so someone had to summon them, and whoever's controlling them isn't going to be too happy when someone tries to.
We can't pay attention to who's controlling them, right?
No, the inside of that church is invisible. You have no idea who's in there.
Cute.
So.
I think we should just split into a couple groups and start taking down these skeletons, or sneak in. What do you guys think?
I'm kind of think we just go brute force with this.
Yeah, it's kind of how
Yeah.
I feel too.
Like, just charge one direction and just, like, kind of bring the fight to you?
Yeah, because my only fear of splitting up is that someone's, like, I'm the only tank and I don't have a squishy the rest of you are,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
Here's a few things, just so you know, for base information, for if you're, going just for brute force. These guys are archers. They can, shoot, King Elsame Ruler.
Yeah.
They can shoot, like this guy can shoot over this graveyard over to here. This guy can shoot on this angle, but he can't get past here because of this. This guy can't similarly get past here. So, like, they can go over this graveyard, but not over the church. And just so you know, these guys over, like, depending where you attack from, these guys to the left of this might not hear you at first. Because it is raining, so there's a bit of, like, noise cover and, like, light cover.
Are all of them archers? Or just the
no,
three on the
so
tower?
only the ones in the towers are archers. So only these three. All the others are just regular soldiers wielding longswords.
Oh, that might be not a bad idea to split up and just take out the archers.
Take out
then
the archers first.
Yeah, and then brute force. I think that's
So
my
as y'all are all
suggestion.
seeing, as you're all seeing, by the way, they're like 15 feet up, and like you could try to climb their towers, but it's like 20 feet of wet stone, and they're like pretty up there, and they'd be able to shoot you as you climbed up.
How tall did you say they are?
They're 20 feet tall, the towers.
That was like
So
I had. It was like with the spells,
Yeah.
like Ice Knife, that has like a 30-foot range. But does that extend like upwards as well? Like, can I just shoot up at them?
yes, yes, you can. So yeah, so here's basically what's gonna happen. So are y'all kind of just charging in, starting the fight type deal?
I think so.
Is that what the party wants to do?
Well, first, okay, so if we're approaching from this bottom corner, can I, like, let's say, how far would 100 feet be from the tower that skeleton is in that corner?
In this corner?
Yeah.
No,
No, the southeast corner.
this southeast corner. Oh, this 100 feet away from him?
Mm-hmm. Like, 100, southeast.
You want 100 feet southeast of him?
Yeah. It's like,
That would be off the map.
okay, I just want to make sure. Okay. Well then,
He wouldn't be able to see you.
cool. Assuming we're on the map, from the back of that corner there, can I cast, hold on. Eldritch Blast?
You're just gonna snipe him from across the field?
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
why
If I can get
not?
one of those archers going?
Okay, yeah. Make a ranged spell attack, so you can click the button and it'll do that, the damage, when you click Eldritch Blast in your attacks. A 25 to hit and 5 force damage. Okie dokie. So you, from across the fucking battlefield, what does your Eldritch Blast look like? What color is it? What shape does it take?
It is, pocket glitter. Like, so speedy.
You see,
It's
the
a
rest
tech
you see
glitter.
a blob of fast-traveling luminescent glitter spiraling fast throughout the air at about 40 miles an hour, and plunge into the heart of this skeleton. And you see it knocks it back a sec, and the skeleton kind of looks out on the fields, and he is going to roll a perception check.
You know what skeleton I'm talking about, right, Ben?
Yes, right here.
Yes.
Yeah, I did the damage to him. Can I have you roll a stealth check?
Yes.
And you have advantage because, oh, sorry, he has disadvantage because it's dark. You have advantage because it's dark, so stealth check at advantage.
14.
Okay. So on a tie, it goes to the player. So, you barely avoid his gaze as you duck down after blasting him, and skeletons aren't too intelligent, so he just kind of shrugs back and goes back to keeping watch.
Who knows whatever that was?
Nothing happened there. Are you gonna blast him again and just keep trying to stealth it? Are you gonna slowly blink away my entire fight?
What do you guys think?
Say just kill that.
I can use the cantrip.
You can do that until they notice you, and then you're gonna get in a combat encounter.
I say just try
Because
to
if you keep on doing this, you only the ranged people can attack at this point, and then if you ruin your surprise, then the melee people can't get an attack from surprise round. I don't know. It's y'all do whatever strategy you want for this.
I think if we
can
can
count
kill that
cantrips
one,
how many times I need to.
Yeah, she can keep doing that.
So are we definitely attacking from that bottom right, or like, could I do a similar like range spell thing to one of the other towers?
We can be split up and you attack one of the other towers.
Or I guess we
Okay.
could just work on that one guy if that works. Because I could do ice knife, right?
You could. Okay. Here's what I'll say to the DM. If you keep on throwing little plink attacks at them, eventually he's going to come out of that tower and get some of the skeletons to come over and look for you. Except I don't have off the map placement, so it is easier for you to come to them. But we can do it as far as we can.
So then we're back where we started. Do we want to sneak in or do we want to attack just like rush in?
Let's just
And do we want to split up?
I'm
Russian
just
together or Russian split?
my
Say,
my
whatever we do, we
only
do it together.
concern is I rushing in would work. It's just my one concern is the 3 archers that could literally just hit us from anywhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
essentially
Oh,
rushing
sorry.
in would be bad unless they were gone. So we'd have
Yeah,
to take them out
that's why I want
first
to
and
go
then
out.
rush in.
First.
Alright.
Okay. So y'all still in the distance. Make more spell attacks if you wish. I wouldn't use your first level slots just in case, Abigail, because you are still about to get into the fight, and this is just the beginning.
Yeah, I'm just using a cantrip that deals damage.
Oh, you're right.
If you have any damaging cantrips, that would be recommended. Or if anyone has ranged weapons
What's-
outside of 60 feet.
What's our distance away from them?
A hand crossbow, Danny, your hand crossbow. Your
Right.
hand crossbow could hit this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, my javelin.
I'm just wondering how much
Yeah,
distance do we have between
Well, what's
them?
the range on your javelin, Jacob?
It says 30/120 feet.
So, farther than 30 feet away from him, you can roll an attack at disadvantage.
So what does that mean? So does that mean
So you'd roll 2 and take the lowest of attacks against him. You have to be within 30 feet of him to make a straight attack against him.
Oh, I understand. That's why I won't.
Yeah. So are we making range attacks against these guys?
Yeah. I don't have any light cantrips that'll hit them at this distance, so.
I can keep using Eldritch Blast.
Okay, make another ranged attack roll. $26, doing 8 damage. Okay. He takes that point, 8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
He takes that hit. He's going to roll a perception check at advantage this time.
Am I at disadvantage?
For stealth, yes, because you've already hit him once before. He rolled a 17 on the die. You do the same thing.
Yeah.
That's funny. He spots you out in the distance, and you can't hear it through the sound of the rain, but you see his jaw start moving, and the skeletons below him start to kind of organize. And I'm going to need to have everyone roll initiative.
Oh, guess we're in combat now, boys.
Well.
So we're going to start with you slightly. So here's how we're going to do this. Because we're going to start with you saying that you got those shots off sneakily and we're stealthing from everyone, but I need to have you on the map as far as to be able to move you, so we don't have to do like, okay, now you're on the map on this turn, and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put all of you right here. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure.
Feel free to arrange yourselves in whatever positions, that you would enter in or whatever. So before we roll initiatives, here's what we're going to do. So I learned how to get it automatically into the tracker. I studied it while we were doing things. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all of you, and then I'm going to add a turn. Boom. Now, here's what you're going to do. Before you roll initiative, I want you to click on your character token, then go into your character sheet, then click roll initiative. That is how you get it to go to the tracker. So you have to click on your character token first.
Like the one on the map?
Yeah, so Jacob just did it. So yeah, you click your icon, and then you press roll initiative.
I pressed it.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm seeing it.
Elteal, you did it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing it now.
Kayleen, you got it? Let me get up Tyler's. 22. Okay, and now Abigail, you're going to need to do the same thing for Terry, and Danny, do the same thing for Castiel.
Yes.
Does Terry get his own turn, though? I thought he was just a bonus action.
He does have his own turn. It's just that you use your bonus action to command him to do something on your turn. But if he goes first, his natural thing will be to attack the nearest person. So basically, as a bonus action, you can command him to change what he's doing, but he's going to naturally do his attack, just kind of automatically. So we're going to assemble these. So George goes first. Combat. Also, we got to give the baddies a turn, because everyone loves a baddie with a turn. So they are going to be. Are we liking this music, or do we want to change it to something else? By the way,
I'm fine with it.
I'm fine.
Okie and then settings and descending. Actually, let's say I have one that I was wanting to play because I wanted to see what y'all's opinion was on it. Music.
Well then.
Okay, so we start with top of the rounds. Furious George. So, George, surveying the area, sees that there is a fucker close to him, and there are fuckers far away from him, and he knows, I must punch everything. So, he is going to go ahead and move and make some attacks on some people. So let's move our monkey boy, and I believe he can get to this far away. He's going to use a key point to bonus action dash so he can hit these two guys. So he's going to make an attack here. So that's going to be a pelvic thrust. Or, wait, no. Sorry. Ignore that. He's going to use his Bindings of the Yetum because that's his new item. That's going to be 9 damage against this guy. And then, because they have a range of 30 feet, 9 damage, that brings him to 18. He's going to go over here and then hit him from a range. So another attack with those. This is bonus action. 13 to hit. That is going to just barely hit, and then bring him down a few hit points. You see Furious George run up to his name, slaps the first skeleton across the face with his bindings, and then, holy shit, I just forgot, these are skeletons. He just gets bludgeoning damage. They're vulnerable to that, so they take double.
Cute.
Just so you know, guys, they take double that damage. So you see him reel out this cloth from his wrist, flick it throughout the air, and it whips both of them in the neck and cracks them to the side.
God.
You see them stumble, but keep their balance as they move forward. Not quite dead, but damn if they're not close. That's going to end his turn as we go over to Todd. Todd, what are you doing your turn?
We're entering from like where we are right now, right?
Yeah, you're entering from the southwest.
Okay, cool. And so both those dudes George just fought are almost dead.
Yes, these two right here.
Okay, then
You also
I'm
have this
gonna
archer
go.
right here who's going to be in trouble.
Can I even
Yeah.
do anything about that though?
You have javelins.
Yeah, but the javelins suck.
He can leave it up to us.
Yeah,
That was my
I mean, you can
thought
leave the
process.
archers and just go with your.
Are you guys cool with that? Or do you want me
You
to
can just use your great axe and fucking.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's fine.
you do what Todd would do. If you want to chuck people in half with an axe, you do it. If you want to
Do
throw
it.
a javelin, you do it. Do what Todd would do. That's the most important thing. Todd sees
Todd would
two weak ass
darn
enemies, and he
nice.
sees some bitch ass people up in a tower. What does Todd do?
He's gonna climb the tower.
He's gonna climb the tower. Okay, give me. You go into a rage first, right?
Of course.
Okay, so give me an athletics check with advantage.
Find it again.
21. That'll do it. Todd, even in the slipperiness of the rain, you grab around the edges of the rocks. You pull yourself up. You find yourself face to face with the ugliest fucking corpse you've ever seen in your life. What do?
Smack the crap out of it with my axe.
Natural 20 with
Ooh.
advantage, so reckless attack, right?
Yeah.
Jeez. So Todd, you walk up, you see this ugly bitch ass skeleton. What do you say anything as you bring your axe into it? Like how do you fucking rule
I'm just
it apart?
screaming at its lungs.
You bellow out, green toga and top hat in hands, and you absolutely annihilate this thing, doing like 34 damage, my guy. Like, that's the most we've done in the campaign so far.
Good job.
Go ahead.
Props to you, my dude. That's your turn. You are in the tower. That's fun. Vogelthop's up. Danny, Vogelthop has 2 attacks, and it has 25 feet of movement speed, but it can dash with a bonus action, so it can actually move 50 feet in a round. So he can move 10 squares. So he can get to that closest guy over here, or he could go over to this guy. This guy's more damage.
Yeah, let's get the guy that's closest to us right now.
Okay, so move him over there.
Fuck, hold on.
Vogelthop's right here, by the way.
Yes, I know. I'm having issues with
His
the map
finger's a
once
bearded
more.
vulture.
I'm just having
Jacob,
issues.
you just rolled your 40-12 damage for the first time. How do you feel?
Oh, I expected nothing less. But that was pretty sick.
34 damage, my dude.
I'll just
Fucking insane. 17 plus 17.
Yep. Yeah, I was not expecting that to do that well. I'm glad it did.
Ben, you there?
Yeah, I'm having issues with it not letting me move him.
You can't move the Vogelthop?
I cannot.
Let me go real quick into... Okay, let me do this real quick, actually. I'm gonna get him out of there, then drag him in fresh. Castiel. Now can you move him?
Let's hope. Cause I love it when it does this. Oh, there we go. Alright.
Good.
Glad that
So go to his character sheet,
somehow
Castiel's
worked.
character sheet, and then make his attack.
Ooh, let's see.
So it's one of his claws and one of his bites. Or you can do it acid spit. You can also do that.
Yeah, I was looking at some here.
Bite, that's gonna hit, and his claw. $13. Okie dokie. You see Castiel, freshly named, earning his first fight in the party, first turn of combat, walks over to this skeleton, and you see he grabs it by the shoulder and the collarbone, and he runs around the skeleton, jumps up over its shoulder, flips it upside down, and crushes it with his claws underneath him.
Oh my
His
God.
bones burst apart, and on his first turn of combat, this Castiel finishes off a little skelly boy.
Aw, he gets head
Cass
pats.
is killing it.
He gets many head pats.
Good boy.
Yes, Oh, he gets all the
He
head
gets
pats.
all the head pats.
Snack later.
By the way, yeah, I have to move Cass's initiative. Was above you, but below 18.16, so let's just put 18.15. That's the only thing I can assume it is. Okay, so now we go to Eltiel's turn. What do you do?
Hold on. Let's see. I'm just gonna.
Eltiel?
I'm going to
Danny?
look at something. Are we?
Just give him a second.
Okay. Is my audio on? I sure hope it is. Okay, cool. That's within range.
It is now. Yeah.
It is now. We love that. So I am going to.
Are you wanting to cast a spell on this guy?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do a cantrip. I think we're just gonna do. We're gonna do Toll the Dead because he's in range.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let me just look at your character sheet real quick to look over what that does. Toll the Dead. Just one info. So wisdom saving throw. Gotcha. And your DC is 15. And he'll take 1d. Well, actually, you go to use your Toll the Dead, and as you cast out the spell, you see the energy of the pulsing wave that comes out of you hits the skeleton and does nothing. Necrotic damage does not affect them.
Ooh.
Fuck, that's right.
They are undead. Necrotic damage
Fuck,
heals
that's
undead.
right.
He didn't have any hit points damaged, so you didn't heal him,
So
but
it
it would
didn't
have
do
healed him if you
anything.
blew it. So
All right,
that is your turn.
That's fine.
Yeah, that was your action. Yeah, so will you learn something? It is Terry's turn. Abigail, Terry is going to go over to this guy, and he's going to do a chomp.
All right. Chomp, chomp. Wait, do I do that?
I got it.
You do it.
Terry goes to make a chomp, but unfortunately he gets a bit short, and he can't quite pierce through the boot. He tries to get the guy's ankle, and his shin's right there, but he's just not quite getting the angle right. And Terry wastes his turn.
Yeah.
So that is going to lead us into the Undead's round. So here's how we're going to handle this. With all the fighting, this guy is aware of what's happening, and all of these guys are. However, all of these people above this line don't know what's happening right now. Currently, the rain and lightning are coming down so hard that they can't hear or see it. So they are currently unaware of the fight.
How do I make one of those arrows to measure things?
You go over to the ruler that is below the magnifying glass on the left side. And then you click no snapping and show to others. Yep.
I was just trying to see how far away that was.
Also, don't trust that measurement because this map is not scaled correctly. So yeah, actually divide it by 2, whatever, or multiply it by 2, whatever it gives you.
No, that's a bummer.
Yeah, because multiply it by 2, whatever it gives you.
These two towers are 160 feet apart.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because they are a Geez, I'm trying to do math in my head.
Jesus, I'm only 4 feet away from being able to Eldritch Blast this bit.
Well, you could say...
Hide the tower, never mind.
Yeah, true. You have to get a little closer, but yeah. So, Skeleton's turn. This guy's going to... He's going to ignore Terry. He's an undead. He didn't even feel him hit him, which ironically poses an opportunity attack from Terry, which means that Terry gets another chance to bite him. So that is going to be... Yeah, Terry, do some damage against this guy.
Bite him and scratch him.
A 13 to hit. 13 just hits his armor class, healing 6 piercing damage. Oh, he also has to make a Constitution save. 1d20 plus 2. 16. He does pass, so he does not get knocked prone from Terry's little bites. But he walks over to you, Alora, and he's going to make an attack against you. So...
What do I roll?
No, you don't roll anything because he's going to attack you. So I'm just seeing his bonus. Okay, yeah. So he's gonna make 2 long sword attacks. Both of those hit you, I'm assuming.
Fuck yeah.
So that is going to be. You take 27 points of damage. As this guy comes in and rakes into you, with.
And I have temporary hit points.
Yes, you do. You do have temporary hit points.
I only. Someone better fucking heal me.
Kayleen, Allura's down to 3 health.
No, I'm at 4.
Oh.
Okay.
But either way, not good.
Yeah. This guy comes up. I mean, he rolled a 17 and a 20 on the dice. I can't control that. That's chance. So yeah, you see Allura get absolutely obliterated by the skeleton.
Fucking rude.
That is
this
rude.
guy is going to come over towards Todd, and he's going to make 2 attacks.
I'm scared, guys.
So a 19. Now let me just double check this little monkey, because I'm pretty sure just because he got that thing last time, yeah, his AC is 20 now. A 19 misses Furious George. This guy misses both of his attacks. So yeah, this skeleton can't see you. This one, however, sees Perry and is going to make a way down here. Can't quite reach him though. That is going to be the undead's turn. Allura, it is up to you now. You have this guy in your face, and you have been just wrecked by his long sword. Phrasing.
I'm
So,
angry.
you are beaten within an inch of your life, bloodied. You feel the ringing in your head as he just clobbered you. What do you do?
Give me a second. Let me just figure this out.
When I ran this combat yesterday, I didn't expect the undead to get a crit on you. That didn't happen before.
Yeah, I'm really offended.
He got a crit, and then he rolled like a 7 and a 9 on D10s.
Oh my god.
Like, man was brutal.
That's rude. That's just
You
rude.
got a crit as well.
Yeah, you said
Really is. Yeah.
That's
Sorry,
just
guys, it's
rude.
taking me a minute to figure out what I want to do because I got injured.
No,
If
you're
someone
fine.
hits you that hard
Do
again,
something.
she gets like flat out die again.
I could die.
You could
What
seduce
if it
them.
happens every session? Healing dies.
No, because then it'll get harder to bring me back.
Eventually.
I don't want this.
So you can either heal yourself with a spell, you can disengage and run away.
Spells.
You can damage him. As you look at him, you see he's not been touched. He is perfectly undamaged. You know you have a lot of friends beside you, so someone's probably going to take care of him. So you want to focus on being useful in this moment,
Being useful?
which would
I'm
probably be
immediately
damaging him.
gonna run at him, just so you know.
So you can hit him with your rapier. You can also cast a spell at him.
I was gonna say I could cast magic missile and aim all 3 of my missiles at him.
Are you just going to burst your gat in his face?
Yes, I'm gonna burst my fucking cat in his face.
Okay, what's your magic missile? How does Allura react to this guy who just lit her up with a sword?
I'm setting it in chat.
Okay, so roll your 3d4 plus 3
It's slash.
/ roll 3d4 plus 3 space after roll. So what does your magic missile look like?
Hold on, let me.
She's getting it ready.
Give it a minute.
Guys.
So you hold out your hands.
And more glitter.
More glitter erupts, absolutely wrecking this guy in the face. You see him buffeted backwards, nearly knocked off balance, coming forward. It was a big hit, but he still has some fight left in him. That's going to be your turn, Allura. We go over to Lorax.
That's the
What
best.
are you doing? You see next to you, Allura badly damaged. You see additionally 3 skeletons within your kind of range. What do you do?
Oh, question. Can I use Terry as a bonus action this turn if he already had a turn then?
I will say we'll come up with better, harder rules for this because I haven't still fully figured it out if I just want to have him go independently.
No problem.
I'll say, though, for now, he just acts independently just so it doesn't take up your turn's action economy, and
Okay.
that you just control him. He just gets, like, 1 attack. So.
Okay, so
He'll get more attacks if he gets bigger, though.
okay, so I can't use him this turn.
Yeah, he's already done.
Okay,
What's
sweet.
my passing ability modifier?
You have Christmas 5, right?
Yeah.
8+8.
Oh, and then my other question: we just assumed that I casted the spirit totem thing. Like I didn't have to do that, right?
Yeah, it's kind of assumed you do that right before combat, just so you don't have to worry about action economy and everyone gets temporary hit points.
All right, sweet. Well, I can heal Alora.
Okay. What spell do you use?
Cure wounds.
Okay. Then roll your D8 plus your spellcasting modifier, which is in your spell section. It's on the top, right next to your DC. It should be +7 or +8.
The spell attack bonus.
Yeah. Spell attack bonus, spellcasting ability modifier, same thing.
Okay, so roll 1d8 plus 8.
Yeah. Hey, you recovered 10 hit points, Kayleen.
Yay! Thank you.
Got a bit of life back in ya. That is going to be Lorax's turn. Unless you want a wild shape, which you can, but you know, that would prevent you from casting spells, or do you want to stay in your form?
Stay in my form for now.
Okay. So top of the round, these guys over here are going to make perception checks. A straight roll just to see what's kind of going on. Yeah, they start to notice everything going on here. So you see these skeletons farther away from you, probably going to join in the combat next time their turn comes around. Coming over to George, he starts with this guy in his face. He's going to make a pelvic thrust right in his face. Bindings of Yetum. I keep forgetting to click it. 11 hit, that's going to miss him. Frustrated by that, he's going to go in for another one. 24 hit, 11 damage. He goes into this skeleton that he took down last turn, or that he took the health down of last turn. He goes in, wraps his bindings around his neck, and cracks it to the side, dropping him to the floor dead. That is going to be Tyler's turn, and then he also moves over next to this archer tower so that they can't hit him. So that's going to bring us to Todd. Todd, top of the archer tower. You look down, you see this guy over here. You see in the distance, there's some more guys, but it's far and through the rain. You see the combat's kind of slowed down around. Yeah, there's also this fucker right here, within, jumping distance, I guess.
Probably gonna hit me on their next
Yeah, I
turn.
want to go.
And, you could...
I want to get this guy.
Do you want to jump off the tower and come down on him with a mighty swing?
Would I hurt myself? Actually, you know what? Todd would totally do that. Screw that question.
Exactly.
Save me, Todd.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. Make your attack roll with advantage.
All right.
With your Great Axe of Bellow. That's going to hit. Okay. I want you to roll 2... Actually, I'll roll it. Okay, so as you come down on him, you have the axe in your hand, and you bring it onto his back, and you see it bite into him, and you feel like it's not going to be enough. Then the rest of your body weight carries through from the fall, and you see it pushes the axe finally through, right through his spinal cord, splitting him in two. You also feel the ground shake into your knees as you take, after resistance, 4 damage. So that's including your rage. So you take 4 damage.
Okay.
From landing on the ground, but you absolutely just destroyed him. Yes, let me just get rid of his token. Yes. So that is going to be his turn, and of course, I freaking somehow deleted the bad guy's initiative again. I hate this.
They were right before Alora.
So well, yeah, because I assigned it to one specific token.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just have to click one of these guys. So
just make a new one.
Here's what we're gonna do real quick. We're just gonna copy this guy. We're gonna paste him right here. This boy, we're gonna make him large. He doesn't exist.
Yeah, so say you put it.
He's gonna be the token.
Yeah, put him like right here on the corners.
He's in the graveyard.
There we
go. That's his turn. So he's right before you.
Yeah.
So we'll just put him at 12, and then put that at descending. So, going over, we did Todd's turn. Vogelthop is up. Danny, control your Vogelthop.
Yes. Okay, so...
That sounds like an innuendo. Also, Abigail, by the way, you still have your wand of wonders, just so you know.
Oh, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, you can make something crazy happen, maybe.
Just gonna like make his way over towards that guy.
Okay, so move him over there.
Just gonna...
He can move 10 squares. So he's quite a bit of movement. So he goes right next to this guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Make your claw and beak attack.
Okay. So that and then.
Ooh. He runs up to the skeleton, going in for a splash, but slips in the mud because of the wetness, and steadies himself, going back in for a bite, trying to do well by you, earning his place in the team. Go in for your bite attack.
Nice.
15. That does hit. So he, steadying himself, uses his newfound position to go in, grabs him by the thigh, and comes down for a crunch onto his bone, dealing 9 piercing damage as he bites into him, bringing him down. You see it hurts him a lot, but he still is definitely ready to keep on going. That's going to be Vogelthop's turn. Elteal, you are up. What are you doing, my guy?
First I'm gonna come over here, kind of join the party. I'm also then going to... Seeing as how that skeleton just kind of, like, decimated last time, I'm just gonna quickly cast, Shield of Faith, because I'm just scared that something bad's gonna happen.
Okay, so just so you know, you have to maintain concentration, so you can't have any other concentration spells.
Right.
You can still cast spells, just they can't be concentration.
Right.
And if you get hit, we're gonna have you do a saving throw to see if you maintain it.
Okay.
But while it's going, your AC is 2 higher than listed.
Okay.
So just Danny. So Danny's AC is 2 higher than it usually is. Just know that for when I ask if something hits.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright.
Got that, Danny?
Got it.
Danny!
Yes. It's my audio bad.
Danny boy, the vibes. Heyo. So, yeah. While that's up, your armor and class increases by 2. And that's gonna protect you, okay?
Alright.
Are you doing anything else to your turn?
Let me think.
'Cause that was an action to cast it, or was it a bonus action to cast Shield of Faith?
Let's see. Can I actually cast it on Kayleen instead? Sorry.
Yeah, you can. So, Kayleen, your AC increases by 2, so long as he is concentrating on that.
Sweet, thank you.
So just
I'm
mark that down
afraid
real
something's
quick,
gonna happen to you.
Put it in parentheses or something, just so you know. Yeah. Okie dokie. So that'll be your turn unless you want to move or anything.
No, that's it.
Hey, Terry is up. Abigail, what does Terry do?
I think he just goes and messes up that guy that he was already working on. This one over here.
So Abigail, if you could move Terry over there, go into his character sheet and make a chomp attack for me.
Chomp.
Yeah. A 24. That just definitely hits. This guy's gonna have to make a con save. Which is going to be 22, so he does make a save, so he doesn't fall over. But he takes 10 piercing damage as Vogelthop on one thigh, Terry comes in on the high shin, and they are just absolutely decimating this man's skeletal structure. He is looking in a bad shape right now. The animals are teaming up against him. Go Team Living. That brings us fairly well enough into the undead's turn. We start off with this pissed off one, a dinosaur on one foot, another basically dinosaur on the other. He looks the bigger one, identifies it as a better threat. He's going to make an attack against each of them.
Oh no!
So that's going to be
I'm offended!
20 plus 8.
Good boys.
So 22 to hit on the first one. And then a 10 to hit on the second one. So he misses Terry, but he hits the Vogelthop.
No!
And he's going to do 13 damage.
Good on.
Leaving our Vogelthop at with 0 temporary hit points left over. So, but he's still alive. He's good. This archer right here, furious at monkeys below him, is going to make a shot against you, Lorax. So he is going to roll. Yeah, because you're the closest to his line of vision. Easiest shot to make.
Wait. Is she?
Yeah, because Tyler is underneath the tower. Like, he can't fire directly down. So it's easier to make a shot right at him. It's 110 feet, but that's within range of longbows.
Okay.
So that's a 30 to hit. So that will be 8 piercing damage as the arrow strikes you in the shoulder. Your armor stops the majority of the blow, but you feel the bruising and the bleeding start welling up.
Yeah.
Hurts like a bitch. This archer, let's see actually where his line of sight is right now. He can not see any of you, and you're lucky for it. However, he can see the monkey, so he's going to try to hit the monkey.
Oh no!
Imagine we kill Tyler while he's not even here. 19 misses though, so as the archer goes in for a shot, the monkey, looking up at him, takes a sip of his homebrewed ale and just leans back and watches it go past him and leans back forward.
No effect.
Not even bothered. However, all the melee guys are going to kind of go over towards him.
Oh,
so this one
God.
does. This one dashes and can't get any attacks, but he was there. This one is going to move across the road. This one gets in the middle of the road. He can't do anything. He already went. So this guy's the only one who's actually going to make an attack. So that's going to be 2d20. Only one of them hits, but it does do double damage. So that's going to be 16 damage against our monkey boy. Which would be 10 health after all his temporary hit points are drained. He is looking a little bit hit and hurt by that, but he's getting through. That is going to be the undead's turn. We come to Allura Sparrowfern. What are you going to do?
Okay, I did the math, and I can move and hit the guy in the tower.
Okay.
Let's see, hold on. Because if I move, if it says 15 on here, that's 30 feet, right?
Yeah. And we'll fix that with the next map, by the way, guys. I figured out how to resize it and everything.
All right, cool.
Over here. And then... 50 feet, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll your attack.
I'm going to do that. Just
D20 plus 8.
Huh?
D20 plus 8, 1 D10 damage.
D20 plus 8. Sorry, wait. I don't just press the button? Or button?
You can press the button for it as well. Yeah, just do that. Okay. You were rolling it at disadvantage for some reason. We take the left result in that case, which is actually a natural 20. So that's going to do another D10, which I will roll. That's a D0. Not that. A 1, sorry. So you do 7 force damage against this guy, which, you know, he still doesn't like that. It's very rude for him. Anything else in your turn?
I moved in and shot.
Gotcha, okay.
So.
Lorax, you are up. Are you wanting to use your Wand of Wonder?
Range on it. Like, can I, like...
You can get up to here. It has a pretty good range on it.
Okay.
You can get up to these guys.
Sure, I'll just shoot it at that guy and see what happens.
Okie dokie. Can I have you roll 1d100?
Oh, shoot.
So type that in chat, or use the dice, whichever one. 18. Let's see what the Wand of Wonder does on an 18. Look this up, guys. How are we doing, by the way, this evening, everyone?
Dandy.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, this is interesting.
What happens?
Oh.
I no longer like it.
Okay. Yeah. So as you cast from the wands, you feel a question within you, and that question is what direction. So choose a direction.
But I thought I was
As part of the casting from this wand, right before the spell leaves, you feel it ask you a question instinctually, and the question is what direction. So you have to choose a direction.
I don't know.
Towards the Skelly Boys?
Towards Skelly Boys? Cool. A wind picks up, aiming northwards, blowing in this direction. And that won't have any effects up until the 1 second. Yeah, that's not going to have any effect until they start their turn. So yeah, a big old wind just picked up, kind of on top of all the rain and stuff. Pretty rude. That's going to bring us to Furious George, who over here, surrounded by enemies, is going to go berserk and make 3 attacks against everyone. So, he is going to do that, which gives us 23 hits. Dang, yeah, the same damage each time. That's because they're D4s, so they makes sense. So 24 damage. So that is going to take out this guy here, as he, with his wrappings wraps around his head, cleaves his head clear off, and goes in for the next guy, ready to attack again. Actually, with Flurry of Blows, because he missed the second one. Yeah, gotcha. So that's going to be his turn. Todd, you are up. You are over here, having landed. Your buddy's pretty far away from you. You got to get running if you're going to go help him.
Yeah, can I use an action to dash?
Yeah, so you use an action to dash naturally. You don't dash as a bonus action. So, yeah, you can move 60 feet instead of 30, so you move 10 squares.
10 squares? All right, that's a lot.
So if you measure it on here, it would say 30 feet. So you can move, like, there.
All right, and then can I move again?
No. So what you did, your action gave you 30 more feet of movement. So that 30 on the map was really 60. If you moved 60 feet, that was your action.
Okay, and then...
So you're just there. That's your turn.
Wait, can I throw a javelin, though?
I will say as part of it, you can throw 1 javelin, yes. It will be... 1 second, let me look at your character sheet real quick. It will be at disadvantage because it is at long range, but make an attack roll at disadvantage with your javelin.
Alright.
And which skeleton are you trying to hit?
Wait, I need to give it this one.
This one. So even in the darkness and all that's going on, you manage to perfectly loose a javelin right in its direction, farther than you should be able to, but, succeeding expectations once more. Todd, you nail this right through its skull. It comes out the back.
Oh my god.
And this skeleton just dropped to the ground, dead. He had already been fucked up before. That's going to be your turn. Leading to the Vogelthop. Still has this guy right here, pretty badly damaged. Danny, what's Castiel doing?
He's gonna do some acid. Why not?
Spit acid?
Yeah, why not?
Spit acid then. Do spit acid. Yeah, do it. Click the thing.
I already did.
23 to hit. Yeah, doing 9 damage. Yep, that. You rolled 2 1s on your 3d4 plus 3. Or 3d6. You rolled 2 1s on that, damn. Well, you hit, and the Vogelthop turns its stomach and then upsetly gurgles out this just sulfuric bile onto this skeleton, and it just melts through its armor into its joints, and this skeleton just falls into a puddle in the grounds. Defeated. That is going to be Vogelthop's turn. Elfiel, you are up. What are we doing? We have skeletons over to the east. How are we doing this?
All right. So let's see. Let's move a little. Oh my god. I don't think I have anything that could
You can dash and move farther. That's basically it.
Yeah, that's basically.
And know that whenever you measure distances, it's twice what it says it is.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So that's 25 instead of 12.5.
Yeah. Ah, shit. Okay, well, there's nothing we can really do.
You can dash, so you can move your movement again. You can move 6 more squares.
Yeah, alright.
So that would be 15 feet with your measuring. So you can move 15 more feet with your measuring, which would be to here. This square. This right here.
Alright, then
Yeah.
we'll just move forward a little
We're just
more.
gonna move you there.
Yeah. That's it then.
Gotcha. Okay.
There's nothing else we can do.
Okay. Terry's turn. Abigail, is he running towards the action?
Yeah.
Okay, he gets over here. That's going to bring us to the skeleton's turn. These guys, he's going to make an attack against you, Danny, because you're the closest.
Naturally.
So does a 27 hit you?
Yeah.
I'm guessing yes.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's not too bad. Only 5 damage as he loses an arrow, and it lands between the the layers of your armor, wedging itself in there rather uncomfortably, which is just rude. This skeleton, he's going to dash over, just get into range of George, not able to quite make an attack. This guy is going to come over here. This guy, though, however, also can see both of you. This skeleton archer is going to make an attack also on you, Danny.
Yeah.
Because you are getting all the love and attention you deserve. 13, though, misses, so his shot goes wide in the night air, too dark and, blurry from the rain. It, shoots against the stone walls behind you, perfectly fine. That's going to be all skeleton's turn having gone.
Thank the gods for the rain.
Now, Kayleen is up on her turn. However, she has stepped out of the room. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, she's here. Okay. Yeah, you're baby. What are you doing in your turn? You can cast spells, but you're not within range to do melee. There are 2 skeletons in the ground, one in a tower, and there's one in a tower really far away.
Cast,
Magic missile?
magic missile, yeah.
On which one?
On...
Guy in the tower's kind of hurt, guy on the ground's not hurt at all, and the guy right in front of y'all is not hurt at all.
One at each of them.
So, one at each of them, so they each take a d4 plus 3. So roll a d4 plus 1 3 times. And if you press up, enter, it'll do the thing again. So up, enter. Okay, so they take 4, 3, and 4 damage respectively. So she flings off little pocket glitters at these guys, doing little itty bits to their health.
Say, I actually wanted to change my description a little bit for my
Okay.
magic missile.
So not quite pocket glitter.
I use my tambourine.
Use the tambourine.
I shake it.
Tambourine.
And I point it at them, and it shoots pocket glitter at them.
The tambourine shoots the pocket glitter. Very good. We go into Lorax's turn. Lorax, what do you do? You're far away from the action. You can still use that wand of wonder, though. See what else it does.
Or can I shoot ice knife at this lad in the top tower?
You certainly can. Cast Ice Knife to make your ranged spell attack.
What's that mean?
So...
Do I just click ice knife?
Yeah, click Ice Knife.
Oh, wait. Level... Cast at what level? Level 1?
First. That's the only level you have so far.
I don't know why it asked me.
Okay. So, just roll a d20 and add 8. Real quick. Okay, cool. You hit him. He takes 11 damage as your ice knife blows up in his freaking face. He is rather offended by it, but he is still going to persist. That's going to be your turn. Going into Furious George, furious as he is, gonna go for this guy. Make a 2 attacks on him with his abilities. That's going to be do. That's 2 hits. And with that, he, like a lot of turns before himself, again, bindings up to the neck, peeling off the head. He has just figured out the mechanics, and because he's dealing bludgeoning damage, he is absolutely just deleting these guys. He actually comes up for 1 more hit, goes over here with his flurry of blows, and tries to bravely go in for 1 more, maybe to finish off the guys at the bottom. That's going to hit, and for going up double damage, that's going to take him out thanks to the magic missile. So he sweeps up the bottom guys. Only the archers left, and whoever's inside the church, that's going to be his turn. Todd, you are up. I would say if you give me an athletics check, I can let you make it into that closest tower.
Fair enough.
So athletics check advantage. Roll it for me.
Advantage and...
25. You get up there, dashing, no problem. You make one great leap, hit half up the way wall, and leap up for the rest of the distance. You're on him. Make an attack at advantage.
Oh wait, wrong way.
Going with your great sword, you slash him into his shoulder, and you reduce him to the ground, crushing another tower guard in one hit, like it was your foreign purpose. He falls to the ground, absolutely destroyed. That is your turn, Vogelthorpe. I'm just gonna say he goes over here. Eltiel, what do you do on your turn?
There is not much.
You can try to get the guy in the tower. He's really the only guy left.
Yeah. It's so far. Well, I guess first we'll move a bit closer. Hopes that that'll help. Right there's fine.
Okay, so you can get there.
That's fine. Alright, we'll just... I don't have any spells that'll hit, so we'll just kind of shoot him with the crossbow. Yeah, just shoot him with the crossbow. Yeah, see how that goes.
Make an attack at advantage against him because he's undead. Why not?
Yeah, okay.
So advantage, and then attack him with the crossbow. And then, I don't know if yet 10. Nice. So we're actually, you know, because of your thing with, shoot, I'm trying to remember. Your set of luster, we add 1d6, so we're going to add our d6 of damage from the radiant damage. 16. That's also 22. Yeah, you shoot an arrow, and the light crossbow, it's a regular damage, but you see an essence of color surround the arrow that you shoot as the radiant energy of luster takes this arrow from just a regular piercing object and absolutely runs through the skeleton, blasting out the back of him like a shotgun. You just did so much fucking damage with that radiance. Very good. All the enemies on the outside are clear. I will say y'all can group up right here by the door. The rain has been heavily pounding, and you know, y'all really didn't get too loud with your fighting as far as being really quickly. So I will say for now that the guys inside are not aware of your presence. That gives you the time to take a short rest. So here's what we're going to do real quick. Everyone roll hit dice. I'll take care of the animals. So for our regular people, go into your tab and roll hit dice. Just click the hit dice button. That tells you how many hit points you get back.
Wait, but I only took temporary damage. Like temporary hit points.
Yeah, so you're fine. You just stay at the same amount of hit points. For any of you who lost hit points, yeah, roll your hit dice.
Remember, it says total 2 and then 1 hit dice.
Just click hit dice. It'll be 1d8 plus your con. So George gets back 7. So he's up to 17.
10, which is my full health.
Sweet. Actually, yeah.
I was at 14.
Very good.
So I don't get you don't get the temporary hit points back, right? You just go up to whatever your hit point max is.
Let me look it up real quick in the druid section. You know what's funny? I planned for y'all to do this fight and a whole ass other one. And, you know, we just had so much fun in West Point that, you know, if we didn't have time for it, it was worth it.
We had fun.
Because I feel like y'all had a great time in the city.
Yeah, I got top hat.
Yeah, you have your green toga and top hat, and for some reason, I actually love that. I know I was looking up a thing. You were asking me what your druid thing can do about the temporary hit points if they were gone.
Am I still 2 higher?
So it only lasts for a minute, the Shield of Faith. So because y'all took the short rest, that does drop.
Okay.
Abigail, you can... Well, you just took a short rest. You can get the totem back, so everyone can get their temporary hit points back, actually.
Sweet.
Cool.
So yeah, everyone put your temporary hit points back up to 7. I'll do it for the animals. Speaking of, I have to do the Vogeltops. Hit dice restoration. And then y'all are gonna bust in and take down this guy, and that's gonna be the end of our session after we do that. That sound good with y'all?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Okie. Sounds great. Castiel gets back 6 hit points. So, y'all have no idea what lays on the other side of this door. You know that there's possibly a girl inside, but you're not sure. y'all see that the doors are not locked, but they are very heavy and open. You see, actually, make just whoever wants to make an intelligence check.
Funny.
Gotcha. Those are saves, but same thing.
Oh.
It's the same thing, really. You kind of notice as a party that the doors, if y'all go to open them, are going to creak and give away your position. And you notice there are really no other points of entry. That this is kind of going to force y'all into a direct barrage front assault situation. So, whatever preparations y'all need to make as far as whatever spells maybe you want to have gone up. Oh, by the way, since we all took a short rest, our casters, you each get back a first level spell slot.
Nice.
Just so you know.
So that since I used it for my tambourine, I just go back to my tambourine.
Well, your charges, you don't get them back. So if you just reduce charges and you didn't spend any of your regular spell slots, then you don't gain anything back.
Oh, so I should use my regular spell slots before I use my charges, right?
Well, if you're going to be taking a rest soon, yes, because your charges come back in a long rest. You gain a little bit of spell slots in a short rest, and most of your spell slots in a long rest.
I used 2 spells in the last encounter.
You use them for tambourine. Tabourine's better to use them from because it's better.
I'm them back. Right?
It's a long rest. It's better when it's a long rest in general.
Or just a short rest, so if I did 1 tambourine and 1 month. So.
We'll say that, yes. Okay, so you have 3 charges in your tambourine, yes. Sorry. Taking over doing magic stuff. Cool. So whatever you'll need to do to prepare for busting in here, do. Jakin, you are still in your rage, just so you know when you go in here. And just let me know when y'all are ready to go in, and we're going to make it happen.
Hey, does anyone want to heal George?
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Looking at him, you actually see George is doing mostly fine. He is very close to full health.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, everyone actually rolled really well in their healing, so most y'all are looking pretty good. You do know that in here is going to be a spellcaster, so whatever summon's going to hit hard, so just brace yourselves. Anything, you want to prepare as far to, like, if any of you want to use Shield of Faith, just start it off. Like, you can do that as you go in.
What, use what?
Like, just beforehand. Casting Shield of Faith improves your AC by 2. If you want to put it on Jakin so he, gets hit less, you can do that. If you want to put it on whoever's squishiest, you can do that. But yeah.
Cantrip or spell?
It's a spell, so long as someone maintains concentration, you gain +2 to your AC.
Wait, so can I do Wild Shape? And I guess would that make me...
Yeah, you can have that on you while you're in Wild Shape. So, yeah, you could have your temporary hit points, huge AC, and your rapier damage. You can't cast spells while you're like that, but you do a lot of melee.
Okay, and then also it's like if I get damaged, then I can exit Wild Shape and be fine, right? Is that what it was?
Okay. Yeah, so if you get damaged beyond your temporary HP from Wild Shape, then you go back to your human form, forcefully. But you can also exit it just fine.
Okay, I'll just go into Wild Shape then.
So you prepare Wild Shape. So your temporary hit points change from 7 to 20. So change them to 20.
Damn, boy.
Because that's a Wild Shape. And then your AC is going to go up by 2. Danny, are you maintaining concentration on that for Shield of Faith?
Yeah.
Okay, so Abigail, your AC is up by 2. So I recommend you go in forward with Jakin for front fighters, just to make sure.
All right.
Beefy boys.
Okay. I want Jakin to roll an athletics check with advantage to burst open the door and start this fight off.
Wait, so how do I do that?
Athletics check with advantage.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I hear that. Word.
8 seed. You shoulder check. Oh, doors burst open. You all kind of start rushing in, and you see inside 6 skeletons in better armor than the ones outside, and a caster at the end of the hallway. As first, I want everyone to roll initiative. Okay, so everyone, really quick, click on your token again, and click roll initiative.
Wait, I think I did it.
Wait, am I inside the room?
Good lord, I keep getting the worst initiative rolls.
I will say,
There we go.
Because you kicked open the door, that yes, you've landed just inside with Abigail as you all kick open the door together. Everyone else is behind you.
We're on our way.
Following him. Are you all okay with this position?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Everyone's roll initiative?
I did.
Okie dokie. So with that looking good, it starts off with Furious George. He is going to really quick run up and do 3 attacks against this guy, which is going to be the last he can do of his 3, because he's out of key points now. And then one more of those. Dang. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So Tyler.
So he misses the first one, but the second 2, because they're bludgeoning as well. You see this armored skeleton comes forward with this great sword, and Tyler ducks underneath him, rolls between his legs, comes from his back, puts him in a full Nelson, wraps him up there with his bindings, and then pulls really hard, and you see his entire torso crisscross crush into himself, and this guy collapses into dust. Tyler is being the AFK badass of the session.
I fucking get
it.
it.
Appreciate him.
Don't worry, once he comes in, he'll stop.
I find it funny that Lorax and Jake can open the door, and then the people behind them are first to go. Elsiel, you're up.
Okay, let's see. Hold on, give me a minute.
Danny, you're up.
I am thinking.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, guys, real quick, is everyone okay if we went a little bit long just to finish up this encounter?
That's
maybe
fine.
Like 15 minutes or so?
Yeah, I'm good.
I got nothing going on.
Yeah, I just don't want to, leave us off with only 10 minutes to finish of the end of an encounter.
Yeah.
For it.
All right. Let's see. I'm just gonna move up a little. To we're gonna go over to this skelly boy over here. And we're just gonna do a quick cantrip of poison spray, 'cause yeah, why not?
Okay, so he has to make a con save.
Right?
Yeah,
hold on, let me double check.
He failed it, so he takes the damage,
Yeah.
so roll your damage. I think it's 1d8 poison, right?
Fuck, I just fucking moved out of it. 1d12 poison damage.
Hey, roll that. Roll your 1d12.
Sick.
10 damage, nice. You run over and you put your dragonborn beautiful caress black and pearlescent hand to his face and just spray out fucking toxin right into this dead guy's nostrils. And you think it wouldn't affect him because he's dead, but he's still made of living material, so he just kind of slowly dies a little more as you spray him lovely in the face.
Just a little
Lorax,
more.
You are up. Everyone, by the way, as she's wild shaped, you see Lorax as a 4-foot-long leopard print type shark flopping on the floor, but you just feel
like
that
a
she
magic
is dangerous. Flopping shark Lorax. What do you do? Magikarp, what do you do?
Just a shiny Magikarp.
Oh my god. Not quite a Gyarados, but almost there.
Abigail might not know that reference.
Oh, she doesn't.
Yeah. Abigail, what do you do?
Can I attack the skelly boy in not the one right in front of me, but the one after that with my quarterstaff?
You wanna go over here?
Yeah, I didn't know if I can move and attack.
Yeah, you can. You'll take an opportunity attack from the skeleton, so he might hit you, but you can do it. And you have a lot of hit points because you're in wild shape.
Alright, let's do that.
Okay, so he's gonna roll to hit you. Does a 22 hit you with your new AC? Which is 2 higher than your regular.
Yeah.
Still hits you?
Yeah.
Okay, it just does d10 plus 4, so you take 13 damage, so take that off your temporary. Okay, now make a rapier attack against the skelly boy.
The quarterstaff one, right?
Or quarterstaff, whichever one you want to use.
Okay.
A 9 to hit, that unfortunately is going to fall short, and you go to swing your staff at him, because you're in your wild shape, and so you're trying to, like, in the body, throw the staff into, like, one of the fins and go for an attack, but, you're still getting used to the awkward shape of the land shark. And that's going to be your turn. Vogelthop, Danny, what does a Castiel do? Is he rushing in to help you? To get back right next to you?
Yes. Castiel's going to rush in and then do more acid damage.
Make those claw and bite attacks. But make but make the acid spit at advantage because you're flanking.
Okay, acid spit at advantage. And then what else?
That's a hit. Doing 14 acid damage. Damn.
We love that.
You spit onto this boy. Castiel does, and he just absolutely incinerates him. It is brutal. We go into the turn of Terry Rex. Abigail, what does our little T-boy do with his top hat in tow? And tie on his neck. He's a fancy gentleman.
My fancy gentleman will come and help me with this buddy that I'm fighting.
He is going to charge forward, and because he's tiny, he can run underneath the legs of everyone.
Yes.
He gets a little bit short, and he can't quite move, but the Vogelthop, seeing him, grabs him up by his tie and tosses him further to go in for a flying chomp.
Yes, perfect.
Abigail, roll a chomp attack with advantage.
Oh, with advantage.
Ooh,
yeah, because he threw him flying, and also you're right there. 18 hits, doing 11 piercing damage.
Nice.
Also, I'm going to say, because he threw him through the air, does an extra D6 bludgeoning. Sorry, not a D. 1D6. That's going to be 12 total, so plus 11. Yeah, Perry, with the force of being thrown, as well as the chomp, missile dives into the skeleton and absolutely crashes him out of his armor. Terry bounces off the wall and hits the floor, unfortunately, from the impact, and he actually takes a 2 damage. But he's fine, and also he just completely destroyed this dude.
Good job, Terry.
That is going to bring us to the undead's turn, and the enemies. So we are going to start with this soldier. He's going to come over to Monkey, make 2 attacks, plus 8 each. So have to be the 18 hits, but it's going to be a D10 plus 4. So that he's going to take 12 damage. Tyler is, which is going to bring that down to 12 hit points. And then this Skelly, he's going to go over to you, Abigail. He's going to make 2 attacks against you. So does a 27 or 15 hit you? 27 hits you, right?
Yeah, the 15 does not, but the 27 does.
Okay, so you take 8 points of damage.
Alright.
That knocks you out of temporary hit points, right?
Yeah.
So you pop back into your regular furbolg form, the land shark having dissipated from you as the hit points have faded. And then this guy is going to come over and attack Terry.
So just back to 21 hit points then, if I'm in normal?
Yeah, you're back to your regular health, and you have no temporary left.
Alright.
Okay, so 13 and a 2, but he does have a plus 8, so the 13's going to hit. So 1d. Did the music just stop? Is that what happens? I wrote an attack instead of damage.
I do think that if you don't pay attention to it long enough, it stops.
It's sad and leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll, after a while of being idle, it leaves.
Yeah, so Terry takes a hit from the end of a long sword, just a nicking, glancing blow, but still painful to watch as a mother of your boy. You see this man up here looking down at all of you, clustered up so neatly together. And you see...
So I would like to point that out.
Yes, you are, but the doors are open and you're within a 20-foot radius of the whole thing. He smiles, looks at you, extends his hand, and you see an orange dot appear at the tip of his fingertip.
Well, I don't trust that.
You see it fly forward slowly throughout the air, above your head. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
Ah!
It's gonna be fireball, guys.
I don't like that at all.
Dex save. Dear God.
Yay!
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay.
So somehow.
Oh, wait, I did that.
I also need. Also, can you make can Abigail and Danny respectively make saves for Terry and Vogelthop?
Yes.
Oh god.
My baby.
Our boys.
Serious.
Oh,
Castiel! Oh,
Okay.
thank God, Castiel's okay.
So
Oh.
luckily the animal saved.
Yeah, or Katie.
The animal saved, which is lucky.
As well as Kayleen.
So Elteal, Lorax, and Todd. Todd, you're gonna take half of this. But Elteal and Lorax, you both take 28 damage of fire.
Oh my God.
As a ripping fireball erupts in the middle of the room. For those of you who saved, you take 14. So Todd, you take 14 damage because you're raging.
I take 14?
Yeah, and because if you saved, you take 14 damage. If you failed your save, which is
I rolled 19, sorry.
you rolled 19, you saved, so you take 14 damage. But yeah, so just Jake and Abigail, Danny. So basically, the animals and Kayleen saved, so they take 14.
Well,
Jason takes 14 because he's raging.
So I'm dead.
So Abigail and Danny, you both take 28 damage. You're not dead, Abigail. You are making death saving throws.
All right.
I'm at
You are
negative
0
two.
hit points making death saving throws.
Negative 2. Help, please.
Terry as well is knocked out. Terry's knocked out. Our animal boy's taking 14, so that's 0. So the Vogelthop's at 10 hit points.
My baby.
All the skeletons, by the way, instantly blasted away. So yeah.
The one guy to fight now?
Yeah, the one guy at the end. He's a sorcerer. That was his quicken spell. He then pulls out a scroll. Actually, I just want to make sure everyone took their hit points. You took all the damage, by the way, Kayleen?
I did. I lost my 7 temporary and then
7 regular.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone's marked down their damage, right? You're not at negative 2 hit points, by the way, Danny. It stops at 0. No one goes negative.
I just wanted to. I wanted to put it at negative so that I could visually remember.
He's down.
I need a visual. Sorry.
Yeah, you can.
Extra dead.
So he additionally, 3 of y'all get knocked out like 4 of y'all actually. The monkey, Terry, Lorax, and Elteal. Standing are the Vogelthop, Todd, and Allura barely. And you see he looks up at you, Todd, and he starts reading out this demonic chanting curse. And I want you to make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
It's already dumb.
You don't notice anything happen.
Oh, good job, Todd.
You don't notice anything happen.
No.
Good job, Todd.
That's gonna be his turn.
I trust that.
my turn, bitches!
Yeah, Allura, you are at 17 hit points. What do you do?
Okay. God, if I cast Bardic Inspiration, is that like a bonus action? Or...
It's a bonus action to inspire someone.
Okay, I would like to inspire Todd, first of all.
Okay, so Todd, you are inspired. So you can add a D6, right?
Yes, a D6.
You can add a D6 to your attack roll next time. So if you make a Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, yeah. So I am going to then cast... Oh, well, first I want to move into the room. Let me just really...
Just gonna get in there real quick.
The room. Ew. This thing to work. Okay. I'm gonna move to about here. And then I'm going to cast
Magic Missile.
Magic Missile, yes.
Roll your 3d4 plus 3. 9 damage. Gotcha. So your magic missile comes into him, more pocket glitter, boom, boom, hits him in the shoulders. You see him rocked by it. That's your turn, Todd. You see your friends kind of bellow to the ground around you. You see this fucker responsible for it. What do you do in your rage?
So I had a thought. So I can get, pretty much to him on my movement, and then my axe has an additional 5 feet of reach. So does that mean I can hit him?
You can run up to him and hit him, I'll say. Yeah.
Sweet.
So make your attack at advantage. And do you want to make it Great Weapon Master?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Use that inspiration too, So roll just your attack. Okay, 26 definitely hits. So -5, 21 still hits. So plus 10 damage. So that's going to be 29 slashing damage. You bring your greatsword into his side, brutally tearing into him, bringing him down pretty hard. You feel within the act a resounding yes to the force of the hits, and you hear that slightly as a voice in the back of your head. Make another attack on your turn. You just got another attack from the axe.
Oh, that's dope.
Still out of
This is like, yeah, let's do this. This is a great idea.
That's gonna be so with Great Weapon Master again.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
That's going to hit for another 21 points of damage, bringing this guy even further down. He is looking bad. You just did like 40 points of hit damage in one round, dude. With that, Furious George, he's going to make a death saving throw, which I'm making private. Gotcha. Coming over to LTL's turn, make a death saving throw. So roll a d20.
Okay.
Or click death save in your character sheet. The word.
I am... Wait.
Danny?
Hold on. Wait, what am I doing? Sorry. Oh, there it is. Never mind. I lied. I got it.
Okay, I'll do it for you. You got it?
Yes.
Danny, you rise up to your feet with 1 hit point.
Oh my god!
You got a natural 20 on the death save.
Oh my god.
My lucky boy.
What
you
the
still
heck?
have your turn. What do? You wake up, you rise to your feet. What do? You still have your turn.
Heal yourself.
Or heal someone else to get them up for their turn. Like,
heal me.
I'm kidding. How Lorax is up next and has the Wand of Wonder, so she might be able to pull off something crazy with it.
You know what? Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna use Cure Wounds. Oh god. So for the best here.
Nice on that fucking death saving throw, man.
Oh my god, that was fucking lucky. That was super lucky.
Yeah, 5% chance. So roll your d8 plus 7 or 8. I'm not sure for you. What your spellcasting bonus is.
Let's see.
It's whatever your wisdom score is, or your wisdom modifier is, plus 2.
Okay, so it is roll 1d8 plus the wisdom modifier plus 2.
It's 1d8 plus 7.
Plus 7. All right.
Yeah, 1d8 plus 7 in total.
All right.
So
14.
you recover 14 hit points, Abigail, as you wake up from your temporary nap. Coming to your turn, you're still on the floor. You see the guy who fireballed you over there, and you have in your hand that Wand of Wonder. What do you do? Do you go over and cast it at him?
Wand of Wonder time.
Do you cast it at his... Okay, I'm going to roll the D100. Okay, that's I haven't seen that one before. Let's see what it does.
Oh.
That was very reassuring.
That's extremely reassuring.
What do you do?
What happened?
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh
my
gosh,
god,
Abigail,
oh no! Oh no!
Wait, I forgot, by the way, Todd, you have advantage on that because Danger Sense, which you got. You do fail to save, but you're raging, so you'll take half of it anyway. In Poetic Justice, out of the Wand of Wonder comes an orange beam flying across the room. as a fireball,
As a what?
That's 12.
dealing 24 damage, incinerating Aria boy over here. Todd, you take half of that, so you take
Sweet,
12,
I'm
so you're at
fine.
6 hit points, so you're fine. You have defeated
Oh my
that.
God.
I'm gonna say you get everyone up and awake and healed.
So we're all at
A
full
few
health.
things before we leave for the night. So y'all successfully took down that encounter. Great job, guys.
Did we get gold?
Yay!
Yes, you did, and you also got things. So
Ooh,
Things
stuff
and
and
gold. I will take note.
things!
here is what's going to happen. So here, as far as the items go, the gold gets divided amongst the party. So each person gets 80 gold.
Yay.
Woo.
80 gold pieces. Additionally, there are 2 magic items. There is the alchemy jug, which is a jug that produces different amounts of various liquids,
Interesting choice.
including mayonnaise.
Including mayonnaise.
And there's also the staff of healing. The staff of healing is a staff that contains healing spells, and it recharges every day. It's like extra healing words and cure wounds and things.
Oh,
I think we should
that'd
give
be
the
nice.
staff to Abigail, maybe.
Yeah, because you can still use the staff while you're wild shaped.
Shoot.
Heck yeah.
Because your cloak is your saving grace on that.
Yeah.
Can she also wield it as a weapon instead of having to carry that as a quarterstaff?
Yeah. You can wield it as a quarterstaff, yes.
Shoot.
Additionally, y'all going into, as you see on the battle map, right where he was standing, you see a trap door.
Okay, what was the jar thing we found?
Name of the what? Alchemy jar.
Putting it in the bag of holding.
Yes. So, you see a trap door at the end of the room. Who/does anybody open it?
I
Yeah,
think
we
we
should
should.
do that.
Yeah,
Who
we
has the
should
most
do
hit
that.
points right now?
Well, so do we heal or
Okay.
not? I'm
I'll
assuming.
say it'll happen after the session, because y'all are... There isn't going to be any more combat. So, you open the trap door, and it's deep and dark down there, and you crawl down a ladder. The floor is stone with a few scatterings of hay, and you see far against the back wall, there is kind of a shining light. And as you walk through the underground of the church, you see that there are chains attached to the wall, and attached to these chains are 2 young girls.
Ew.
Additionally, in the room, besides the girls, there's a desk with a note on it. On the
that's
note,
fun.
it has descriptions and ages and hair colors and eye colors, and you notice that these girls match the descriptions that is on the paper. And you seem to piece together. Actually, can I get the party to make an intelligence check?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Jacob,
I'm still at
I mean,
advantage.
you're still rolling at advantage, so we take the last one, which is a 10.
Yeah.
And then LTL, 17. So yeah, LTL, you piece together through this that someone seems to be writing these descriptions and hiring the Goliaths to find people who look like it and bring it to them, whoever they are.
I just like that a lot.
So that's what you can gather. Yeah. So you gather that there is maybe something greater than just a few random Goliaths at